Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Insurance companies have teams of professionals to fight your claim. If you want to know what your case is really worth, I'm Spencer Callahan. I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7970.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Friday, January 3rd. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 67 in hour one of today's show. We'll react to Notre Dame versus Georgia. We'll talk about the college football semifinal field that is set, and we'll discuss LSU women's basketball. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yo! What's up, everybody? Welcome in. It is Friday. The weekend is here. It is January 3rd, 2025. I'm T-Bob Hebert. Jake Hester's here. Alondra Villarreal is here. And Taylor Schaffer is here as well. Hope you're all having a wonderful day thus far. I think we got a really good show planned today. We got a ton of Sugar Bowl takeaways. Last night as the Irish take down the Bulldogs. I'll talk to Jay Clark, gymnastics, dropping banners today. How about it? Friday Night Heights back in the PMAC, 6:30. If you've never been before, well, good luck getting a ticket at this point, I wonder. But super fun, absolutely electric, and tonight's going to be a special one as they drop the school's first ever national championship banners in the PMAC for gymnastics. So if you're looking for something to do, that's at 6:30. Go out there. Have some fun. Like Taylor said, women dominating the start SEC play last night. And we got, now college football Final Four. How about that? Our first ever tournament Final Four for college football to break down. Nearly nary an SEC team in sight. Cam Scadaboo almost made the full dream happen and keep out the Southeastern Conference entirely. However, Texas did end up getting in. What's going on, guys? How we feeling today?
I'm doing good. Enjoyed covering the game last night, or yesterday, I guess, bled into last night. And today's kind of the last day of the unknown time. Like what day it is, what's the date.
Yep.
This Friday before everybody. Like we've been working, either here or there, somewhere. This building has been empty. A lot of the lights not even turned on when you walk in.
Yeah.
And, a couple of studios are open, but this is the last day of that. So hopefully everybody's enjoyed their time off. And when we come back on Monday, on the 6th, I think, it'll be kind of normal for the first time in a long time.
Yeah. I've started to regain some of my normal life rhythm the last couple of days.
I have not yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, soft launching back into normal life. Alondra, what's up, girl? How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm ready to have some normalcy. Mm-hmm. It feels super weird when you have no schedule or anything. And I feel great. I went back to the block yesterday. So
that's the key.
Gotta get back on it.
That's the key.
Yeah.
Back in the gym.
Yeah. Hurts
it
to
probably
laugh
sucks.
a little bit.
Probably hurt really bad.
Yeah.
I agree. Last couple of days been really, really rough. But I
like it though.
You got to go through that to get back to where you were.
Yeah.
This is what it is. Tay, what about you? How are you doing today? It's a nice cream sweater you have on.
It's Snow White, but I really do appreciate it.
Nice. Like it.
Last time I wore white, you spilled coffee all over it.
Yeah.
And you walked in this morning and said, man, I can't wait to spill coffee on that. So I'm probably in for a little bit this morning.
Well, because it is Snow White. It is pristine. It is begging to be stained. And so I will do my best to make that happen. Look, if you want to get involved in the show, as always, youtube.com/1045ESPN is how you can do so. Why don't we go ahead and get this thing started?
It's time to get to work, courtesy of Tiger Labor and Staffing, where they can help take care of screening, training, payroll, and more. Now, for starters.
Tiger Labor and Staffing, providing reliable local staffing solutions for warehouse, construction, and manufacturing positions. So whether you need help with temporary labor or long-term hires, we've got you covered with skilled, dependable workers. Remember, we're not just forwarding resumes, okay? We are up and at it, interviewing and dispatching in person every morning at 5 a.m. Shout out Tiger Labor and Staffing, your local staffing solution experts. Guys, so here's where I want to start today's show. Is that my phone? Who's that? Here's where I want to start today's show. It's impossible, I think, especially because we do a show that talks about Brian Kelly and LSU constantly, right? How do we feel watching Notre Dame do what they did to Georgia last night on that stage to go to the Final Four with the context of that first Brian Kelly press conference, right? And why Brian Kelly left Notre Dame to begin with. He thought he had maxed out. He had a dominant program there, but he thought he could not take the next step. He makes the switch, basically citing a ceiling at Notre Dame and seeing LSU's ceiling can be as high as any in the entire country. He comes down here to try to find his fortune. Only now, 3 years later, in year number 3, Brian Kelly took a step back from a win-loss perspective, going from 10-3 to 9-4, and Notre Dame has their best season yet, ever. First major bowl win in, 31 years? Like, for even if it's how good they were in the Kelly era, how good they were in, like, 06, Jake, with Brady Quinn and them. I mean, y'all held them back from winning that Sugar Bowl. Otherwise, that streak wouldn't be so long. Like, Marcus Freeman has led them to territory that they have not been in 3 decades. To beat Georgia, the SEC champion, to really just control the game, kick Georgia's ass. And now they're a one-loss team in the Final Four, potentially favorites in their Final Four matchup, could go to a national championship. How does that make you feel as an LSU fan who took Brian Kelly from them?
I guess I don't really look at it in that same way. I don't. Yeah, I know a lot of LSU fans do, and I understand, why they would. A lot of Notre Dame fans do. I guess just covering the team, maybe I have a different feel. Like, I picked them to win that game, just like you did.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't surprised that they went out there and did exactly what they did against Georgia.
Gunnar Stockton was never going to be able to do anything.
Well, and Gunnar had some plays.
Yeah.
To his credit, certainly more offense than Notre Dame did, but. Notre Dame's defense is legit.
Yeah, they're awesome.
It has as many Jimmies and Joes as any defense in the country. So it didn't surprise me. And look, it's a new age too. It's a 12-team playoff. If this was a 4-team playoff, does Notre Dame get in? I don't know. I mean, they're right there on the edge, right? So there's a lot of different factors that come into this. But look, you got to give credit to Marcus Freeman.
Yeah,
I think Marcus Freeman's a really good football coach. I think they get Mike Denbrock, who was here last year for the number 1 offense in the country. Like, he was their offensive coordinator. They've got Al Golden as their defensive coordinator, somebody that's been a head coach in multiple places. And so, I mean, it's a really well put together roster with a really good coaching staff, and it's not surprising to me.
Yeah, I mean, last night's result's not surprising. It is surprising, I would think, to see the rise of Notre Dame under Marcus Freeman, given what some of the early returns were. And that's why I thought last night was such a victory lap for Freeman. I mean, you think about year number 1, what was it, losing to maybe, was it Marshall at home, right? That was losing to Marshall at home last year, having Ohio State beat, but making the incredible gaffe of only putting 10 players on the field in the game-winning play and still nearly doing it, but getting beat because the player that was missing, they went right at that spot. To go from that to then the ultra big brain 11-player substitution last night to force the offsides and to get 5 additional minutes off the clock. Like, what a great moment. Even losing to Northern Illinois earlier this year and not allowing that to break your team, but allowing that to become the catalyst to make you better than you ever were. Like, what a job by Marcus Freeman with this Notre Dame team. And so yesterday when we did the show, I was espousing a lot of praise, a lot of excitement for the future of LSU football. And I remember a couple of comments basically being like, what are you talking about here? Notre Dame is, look what they're doing. You're 9-4, you're this and that. And I would say that my expectations for this team, or my excitement for this team, comes with meeting this team where it is currently at, right? And did I think they would have been more championship relevant in the 3 years under Brian Kelly? Yes, I think I did. But if you look at this season, if you look at the guys that you lost, and again, it continues to blow my mind how good guys like Jaden Daniels, Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas are. We don't engage with the fact that you lost multiple NFL defensive linemen last year. So when I look at a season that was already been disappointing last year and the guys that you lost, and then I look at how you finished 9-4, I see a team that, it's maybe not where I thought it was going to be, but it's also not that bad. And you're hovering right around making a move. And that's how LSU always kind of has been, right? It's never been year in and year out dominance. It's, can you be pretty good enough, 10-game winners, consistent, and then every now and then the stars align and you go on a championship run. And when I look right now, the stars could be potentially coming into focus here, Jake. You played a ton of, like we talked about the guys you lost, you played a ton of young guys this season. You played a first-time starter at quarterback. You have now adjusted and your strategy and approach to the transfer portal, and with it, you have put together the number one transfer portal class. You will return a quarterback. You're adding weapons. Like, you have the coaching staff that you now believe in because you did the very expensive changes that needed to be made after blowing the Jaden Daniels talent situation that you had. So, look, I understand that right now, Notre Dame, Marcus Freeman, they are absolutely winning that battle, and credit to them. And it was awesome, man. Like I said, they're a great team. But I'm just talking purely from the LSU perspective here. I think there is real potential that this team could make a move next year. And even look at Notre Dame. What'd they go? 9-4, 10-3, and now this. In that same way, LSU, granted, going 10-3 to 9-4, but still finishing winning the last 3 games in the manner that you did. I think there's real potential to make a move.
Yeah, and look, it has to happen. There's no shying away from that. Now is the time. And BK talked about year 3 at Media Day, and it didn't turn out like you wanted it to. And, losing the opener again, going back, we all know 5 straight years. Now, BK's not been here for all of those. But you got another strong opener again. You're going to be on the road, Little Death Valley. You're going to be playing against Clemson. Cade Klubnik's coming back. And so you're going to have a very tough game yet again in game number 1. And I think that is the most important thing, is just starting fast for that team. And I know we'll get there. We'll break it down 1,000 different ways by the time that we get there. But like that, when you lose the first game like that, that handcuffs you. Then you got to try to be perfect the rest of the year. Just imagine how much better it would feel and the confidence that you would get if you go out there and you win the opener. And so they've done what they could do to this point. Top 10 recruiting class, number 1 portal class, quarterbacks coming back. You've developed young players. Like, this is, you got to go. You got to go. Like, you got to go have one of those years that we're talking about. And I think winning the last 3 games of this season is going to be key in your all-season training. Look, we've all kind of been a part of disappointing ends to seasons, and we've had to come back to next year and try to change everything that went wrong in the final whatever game, 2 games, 3-game stretch. So them winning the last 3 games is going to be key. They got a chance to play a lot of young players, not only throughout the season, but certainly at the end of the season and in the bowl game. The bowl game, you're getting your flip card out like, wait a minute, who's this? Like, where's this guy been? So you've got everything in place right now. Now you just got to go do it.
Yeah,
and you got to do it from the very beginning of the season. It ain't going to be easy, but nobody's going to feel sorry for you. Nobody's going to give you an excuse. The schedule is the schedule. You've got Clemson, a college football playoff team, in the first game at their place, but you got to win.
Well, and one thing that Notre Dame's done is they've maintained a good roster foundation, but they have gotten key impact transfers. Look at last night's games. The guy who's made plays, Riley Leonard, their quarterback, defensive end, R.J. Oben, the kick returner, Jaden Harrison, kicker, Mitch Jeter
from South Carolina.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So LSU kind of shied away from that first. They have learned that now. They are trying to do the same, and only time will tell if they can be able to be successful. I just see a lot of people victory lapping, and I understand completely why. And the pressure is on for year number 4. But I actually see a lot of similar elements between Notre Dame and the jump that it took and what else you could potentially take. The biggest difference would be just raw talent on defense, right? LSU's raw talent is going to be more on the offensive side of the ball in the weapons department than is Notre Dame's, whereas Notre Dame is just an overwhelmingly good defense, even with all the injuries that they've suffered.
And so I actually was talking with Matt at the game yesterday, was going down and was chatting with him, and Gordy was there, and we were kind of talking about Notre Dame having some different type of players than they've had in the past, and the ability to have a different type of a player, because it is a school that is a little bit more difficult to get into than most. And, where you got to be coming out of high school to be able to get accepted, that's even, on the athletic side of things. But when the portal opens up, here's what you can do. Well, you can go take a player that's proven himself to be a great student in college, who's, an older guy, like Jordan Clark. Like, Jordan's a perfect example. Like, he graduated at Arizona State. Notre Dame can identify that player, good player, smart player, and they can bring that type of player into Notre Dame. And so, they never really had that opportunity before. But now, they can go get a more mature guy. They can bring that player in, where Notre Dame's just never really been. And we all know Indiana high school football. Look, I've been to an Indiana high school state championship game. I'll just say it ain't Louisiana. It ain't Texas.
A lot of Louisiana on the field
last night. It ain't
night,
Florida, right? Exactly. So they've done a nice job of not only going into the portal, but getting, the right player out of the portal.
They have. It's a masterful job by Notre Dame. Now I want to talk about the actual game itself. Get a little Sugar Bowl recap coming up next here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps are held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. a family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Brack, your #1 park system in the nation.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
You around?
Medine's not only repaired my car, but restored my confidence.
Log on to MedineCollision.com and read our latest blog. We are your accident advisors. And remember,
take control. Choose Medine.
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Yo, what's happening, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. Talking a little Sugar Bowl. As we got some. Well, it was a great game, or it was a great performance last night by Notre Dame. Pretty much played out exactly as we said it would. You had two elite defenses going against offenses that are a bit limited, I guess is how you would say. Notre Dame, an elite rushing offense based off of a lot of QB run with Riley Leonard. And, well, as we said, that ended up being the difference offensively last night. So I would say this. Riley Leonard and Gunnar Stockton. Riley Leonard is not why Notre Dame won. Gunnar Stockton is not why Georgia lost. But I did think that you could feel the difference between the two players in terms of taking advantage of opportunities and in terms of, I mean, to me, it felt like for a lot of the night, Georgia's playbook was a bit limited, a bit more narrow in scope than it would have been otherwise. And it just goes back to what we said. I think there was a misconception with a lot of SEC fans who maybe didn't watch Notre Dame play this year, that this was the same Notre Dame of the past, of the Brian Kelly eras, and that this wasn't a defense just full of NFL guys. And so there was this idea that, well, yeah, I mean, it's a quarterback starting for the first time, but Georgia's going to have way more talent, which, again, if you just look at the starting 22, is actually not that true. It's very close. But Georgia's going to have way more talent. It's not going to matter in the end. They're now tough, and they'll push him around, and Gunnar Stockton overcome. Like, you're asking a guy in Gunner's, and again, it's not his fault, right? But it is a huge element of the game. You're asking a guy making his first ever start, a guy with a few dozen plays to his name, to go against that defense, and Riley Leonard, who has 44 starts up to this point. And credit to him, Gunnar Stockton acquitted himself pretty well, but you could feel the difference. Look at the sacks, look at the TFLs, the turnovers. Not all his fault, but it was just an impossible situation that he was put into.
And also, you couldn't run the football.
Exactly.
Like, so Gunnar Stockton, look, being there and seeing it happen, like, he actually, there's a couple times he got the ball out quick. There's a couple times that I felt like he manipulated the pocket pretty well. He was 32 passes, completed 20 of them, 234 to Riley Leonard's 90 yards. He threw a you couldn't run the football, though. And then once Notre Dame realized that, it's like, okay, no disrespect to Gunnar Stockton. There's not a lot of quarterbacks in the country could go win their game by themselves against that Notre Dame defense.
Well, so that's the thing, and this is kind of an argument I was getting with some friends in this morning, is a lot of people want to point to the raw numbers, but I think they're a bit misrepresentative of the game.
Like, it's obvious that Notre Dame sold out to stop the run and said, we will man up these Georgia weapons, and you might beat us a couple of times.
Yeah, drops too now.
Yeah, I know. They always do. That's been Georgia all year long.
For sure, touchdown drop, about a 65, 70-yarder.
It's been Georgia all year
I'm talking
long.
about just Gunner's play. I thought Gunner read the coverage pretty well for not being in there a lot. I mean, he had a couple intermediate passes over the middle of the field. He certainly had moments where he held onto the football a little too long. But Georgia fans, they can't go back and be like, well, if Carson Beck would have played. I don't think that's the case. I mean, I think Gunner made enough plays. You got to look at the receivers and the drops. I mean, they were egregious drops. You couldn't run the football. And then you got to blame Kirby for trying to throw the football with 30-something seconds left, backed up with the backup quarterback.
Yeah, same way you got Carson Beck hurt last game.
Like that is on you. That can't happen. I was about to say I talked to someone that was pretty. I'll tell you during the break. I don't want to put it out there, but like that can't happen. You can't go out there. You have to realize the situation. The game at that point is 6-3.
Yeah.
Now, if the game would have been 23-6, 24-10, something, okay, maybe. The game's right there. And look, they're going to get the ball. I get that. You can't put Gunnar Stockton in that situation. Junior came off the edge, strip sack, touchdown Notre Dame, like that. You went from being down 6-3 going into halftime, all of a sudden now you're looking up, and it's 13-3, and it's a completely different ballgame. The juice in that stadium, you got people barking at you, UGA, and then literally barking at you. To the Notre Dame fans, just take it over, and they never gave it back.
Well, yeah, I mean, we talk about the middle eight all the time. The final 4 minutes of the first half and the first 4 minutes of the second half. How do you manage those middle eight? And for Notre Dame, they didn't need a middle eight. They got a middle one. Yep. 17 points in 54 seconds. And I tweeted it at the time, right after the kick return. That is too much of a haymaker on this stage against that quality of a team to overcome. That was the game. What I don't love, though, I do feel like people are still trying to paint sometimes this Irish victory as somehow fluky. Like you say, oh, it was a kick return. Okay, but it was a perfectly executed
supposed to fall down
kick return.
after
That's
he
what
gets
I'm,
past
that's,
like
that's what I'm
35
saying.
yards?
Like winning teams make winning plays. And I think, but yeah, like with Gunnar Stockton, again, yes, played well considering the circumstances. Again, he's put in an impossible situation. But Notre Dame knew, said, look, we are going to shut down the run first and foremost. We're going to take our chances going man up. We might lose some, might get some penalties. I mean, they had 10 penalties, so I think Georgia's like 4 in this game. But in the end, we're going to make you do it again and again and again, and you're not going to be able to hold up. And I thought that was a perfect game plan from Marcus Freeman. They end up with 9 TFLs, 4 sacks, 2 massive forced fumbles. UGA goes 0 of 3 on 4th down. And everybody wants to say Riley Leonard 90 yards passing, Riley Leonard 90 yards passing. How about Riley Leonard set over 7 yards a carry and nearly 100 rushing? When you take away the sack yard,
even if you keep it in,
the sack yard,
you keep it in. He had almost 6.
So and again, and this is what Notre Dame's offense did. Again, Notre Dame's offense is not the reason why you won, but what they were was very efficient with taking advantage of their meager resources. 3 scoring field goal drives that you put together. And again, special teams, it's a 3-phase win for Freeman and Notre Dame. That's what great teams do. 3 field goal scoring drives with field goals over 40 yards plus. And then your defense, which is why you won the game, set you up. And on the first play, you got the touchdown. Yep. Perfectly executed RPO. Riley Leonard delivers a touchdown. So you took advantage. So, like, yes, Notre Dame's offense was not dominant, but they were deadly efficient at maximizing the meager resources that they had this game. And defense and special teams were overwhelmingly good for Notre Dame, maybe except for when they tried to jump in that punter who was punting for the first time. Like, I felt like I was watching, like, a prison video where the new guy shows up on the jail yard and they get a couple shots in at him just because they know they can.
Yeah.
Because it's his first time ever punting in a game, and he gets lit up back-to-back plays.
Yeah, that was certain. I mean, just sitting there, I was like, he did not do that again. That same man did that same thing again, and Kirby's over there losing his mind. He wanted the 15 yards. It is so like going back, to the middle 8 there. I talked to Al Golden after the game. He's like, I was shocked that they decided to do that. He's like, I wasn't bringing like a pressure play because I thought they were going to throw it. I was in a run defense.
Yeah.
Like I was surprised that they
Who
did
said
that.
who said this?
Al Golden, the defense coordinator for Notre Dame. And then after that, I talked with Mike Denbrock, and he goes, I was surprised, but I knew exactly what play I wanted to run as soon as we got the ball.
Do you know, was that RPO or was that straight play action? Not that it really matters, but it's just a classic little skinny post behind the does the linebacker dive or not?
So the way that he made it sound, to me, it was a play action.
Okay.
Like a heavy play action with the thought process from Georgia that it was an RPO.
Yeah. Again, perfectly executed. Touchdown. Then you come back with a beautiful kick return touchdown, and it's over. It was too much of a hill for for Gunnar Stockton to have to climb at that
Certainly
point.
the way that defense was playing.
Yeah.
Schuler and Watts and Kaiser, I mean, they're everywhere. That to me is the difference, is the size and the physicality of their defensive players compared to what it used to be. Like I've played a great Notre Dame team in 2006. They didn't have those guys on the field. They'd have one. Like Tom Zibikowski was a great safety, big physical guy. But that was their one. They got like 7 or 8 of those guys.
Yeah. I mean, it was very validating, very impressive performance for the Irish last night. And so now they find themselves in the Final Four. The only thing that I'd be a bit worried about if I was them is they just keep getting injured. Like, I mean, even last night, Howard Cross goes to the tent. Xavier Watts did go for a little bit as well. I mean, you haven't even had Benjamin Morrison since, the middle of the year?
Yeah.
It's maybe the best cornerback in all of college football. Like, that's the craziest part is they keep getting hurt, and this defense could be even better if they had more injury luck. It'd be incredible. I mean, they have their they lost Riley Mills on in the first round, so we'll see if they can manage to stay healthy enough. But what a win for Notre Dame here to beat Georgia and move on. And a bad day for the SEC crowd.
Oh man, and look, Joel Klatt, Danny Cannell, they're already all over it.
Good. I mean, they should be, dude. The SEC fans were trying to piss on everybody's good time this entire time, and it blew up in their face. Used a couple of games in the first round to make a lot of broad declarative statements that now ring a bit hollow.
Too focused on the argument, even after the fact, after it was settled that you weren't going to get in the playoff, it felt like that was the focus, that was the attention.
Yeah.
And South Carolina goes and gets beat by Illinois, and Alabama gets manhandled by a very down Michigan. Michigan didn't have any other dudes.
No.
And they still handled Alabama. You got it. USC
beat A&M?
didn't have any of their guys. They beat A&M.
A&M was up 24-7. It's a bad day to be an SEC fanboy. If only Arizona State could have finished it off. I mean, Final
if
Four.
only the targeting would have.
Oh, would have been so good. All right, when we get back here on OTB, we have a Whit Weeks injury update. And I don't even think we really touched on it too much. Maybe we did on Monday, but Harold Perkins returning to the Tigers. So let's get to it next. If you want to get involved, youtube.com/1045ESPN. Hit the like button, guys. More OTB coming up.
Off the bench.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Got chores that need some extra muscle, but a large piece of equipment is overkill? That's what John Deere compact utility tractors were made for. Powerful enough for the work you need to do. Compact enough for how you need to do it. Find the equipment that's right for you at Sunshine Quality Solutions. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial properties. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Inspection specialists. From homes to businesses, or mold, lead, or asbestos inspections, they have the latest technology to give you peace of mind. AvidSpecialists.com.
LHI 11331.
Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. 5 brands on one lot. Shop BayouAutomotive.com.
Click through the static and listen to 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge in high definition. Simply tune to 98.1 and select HD2. Welcome back to more sports talk with some other stuff mixed in. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. You're just talking during the break. It's a bad day to be a Parker Jones. That's for sure. I feel like he kind of ended up escaping a bit of some of maybe the hate that he would have gotten had this game ended a bit closer.
Maybe from the outside?
Yeah, definitely not in that locker room. Definitely not from Kirby. You're off the table.
On the inside, we were saying he's a walk-on. Now he's got to walk off.
Yeah. Last night on Snaps, I was asking, who is that guy? I was like, well, I mean, who was that guy? Is maybe the more appropriate way of framing it. Yeah, for those who don't know what we're referencing, last night, Georgia has a massive play that set them up for 1st and goal. As the ref is running after the play, a walk-on, not even in pads, getting very excited. You feel for the kid, getting very excited, runs onto the white and hits the referee, which you can whine and complain. You can't do that. You cannot do that. The ref has to have that area with which to run. Also, like, these refs are not young athletes. These are old men. You hit them out of nowhere, like in a hit full sprint, like that's like not a good situation. So ends up being a flag. I don't know that they would have scored a touchdown anyway, but it definitely killed any hope of a touchdown. And Kirby is, I can't imagine what Kirby, I do not, like I said, it's a bad day to be a Parker Jones. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. I mean, there's,
sucks too because he probably works his butt off.
yeah, probably so.
You know,
Or maybe he doesn't. Maybe his dad's, a donor. I don't know. Either way.
We had a couple of those guys, but that was always.
We had, I don't want to call out position.
I felt that was more the exception than the rule when it came to walk-ons.
Remember we had like a kicker?
Yes. Yeah, for sure. No, I remember.
It was like, wait a minute. Who's this guy?
There's
his father's okay.
There's so that happens. Maybe that. To be fair, the name Parker Jones would speak to his father owning a dealership or something.
Yeah.
Maybe he owns a Hellcat dealership.
That he needs to go to Rush Week now. Like he's going to be like in a frat now.
Yeah, his life changed.
And Dave Portnoy tweeted the video, and they're like, "Oh, he's going to work at Barstool now, huh?"
So the other great, or not the other, because that was just wild, but one of the great parts about last night's game was into the game, Notre Dame entering a 4-minute offense situation. They have 4th and very short, and they pull one of the most big brain moves I've ever seen. They have the punt team out there. They sub all 11 from punt to offense. Georgia matches their subs. Actually pretty composed by Georgia up to this point. Bit of a strategic error in that they could have walked on the field and forced to delay a game, right? Couldn't you? Like they didn't have to hurry up and get set, right. UGA. Yeah. Because like when you sub offensively, the defense is allowed to match. So you saw the ref stand over the ball until Georgia, everybody got on there. Like
that's what the Beamer-Bielema thing was the issue, because they got to delay a game because they subbed and Bielema took his time subbing and they got to delay a game.
Exactly. So you could have handled it better there. But here was Kirby after the game on what he thought of the 11-man sub.
Because they were going. That's what they wanted. They wanted us to burn a time out there and try to do it, and then we subbed. So it's really unfortunate because I've been told by our head of officials in the SEC that you can't do that. You can't run 11 on, 11 off. We did it in 2017 against Tennessee. We've carried that. We've practiced that and repped that because teams try to do it, and we were told by officials you could not do that. And so we were trying to say you couldn't do it. We got our defense out there. We were fine. I mean, I would have gone for it if I was them. So I don't think they were planning on going for it. They were going to hard count us, and we prepare for that. We do it every week, and we jumped all sides, But we also were told you couldn't do that in our league.
So a ton to break down here. I love the whatever they're like. I would have gone for it if I was them. I don't think they were going. I don't know. Like what? What do you like? What's the point of that? Anyway, first off, flawless execution by Notre Dame, all the way through to getting them off sides, snapping the ball so they have the free play, taking the free play, damn near catching it. Flawless. Really funny look for Kirby to be there. You can't do that. You can't do that because, look, Twitter, community notes to the rescue here. The NCAA rulebook states you can't substitute more than 11 players, quote, while the ball is in play.
Right.
However, replay shows the long snapper had not gotten set or touched the ball before the mass substitution, making it a dead ball and a legal play. Do you know how hard it is to get one over on Kirby Smart? I mean, did you see how smoothly Georgia did match their substitutions and whatnot? Like, it is obvious that they practice these kind of wild scenarios. So for Marcus Freeman to understand, or his special teams coach, whoever, to understand the intricacies of the rule and how to execute it on that moment with all that on the line, really flawless stuff from the Irish there. And a nice Twitter community notes win there, as it was legal, maybe just a little bit of a technically legal.
Kirby looks so mad in that video right there. But
I'd have gone for it as me. No, I'm not scared.
So I would actually like to see the full replay of this because I was on field level and it was kind of hard to see exactly how it was executed, but it was definitely something Notre Dame was ready for. Like if that moment presents itself, we are going to do this. And look, there was a couple of times that you've got to give credit to the Notre Dame coaching staff and their special teams coach, especially. I thought he had a really, really nice day. I don't know if y'all remember this, but sometimes being in the press box or on the field, it's kind of Notre Dame got a delay of game on defense.
Yeah, I don't know. Did they call disconcerting signals?
But they didn't call the head ref didn't. But that's what I assumed. It was disconcerting signals because he's kind of barking.
I kind of assumed the same.
But he said delay of game.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm sitting there like,
but isn't disconcerting signals a delay of game penalty?
Yeah, but referees love saying disconcerting signals so much
I
that
know. Look, I agree. Hold on, back it up, Taylor.
Yeah,
back it up to the beginning. You don't have to take it off the screen. You can just raw dog the feed and just back it up there. Is that where it starts?
Look at the punter, baby. Get out of there. Get out of there, buddy.
So nobody had touched the ball, so still technically a dead ball. And see, here the ref is stopping the play. So Georgia could walk here.
Yeah.
And they could force Notre Dame to take a timeout. but they're reacting. They sub. Shades of the old Les Miles, Tennessee. Only Georgia, credit to him, 11 players on the field, not 13 players there. And look at that. That's a big balls moment by the center to snap that when he crosses the line and trust that he's across that line.
Yeah.
Because if he's not, you might just, you throw Georgia back into the game. But he didn't. Flawless. That's what championships do, man. That's what championship teams do. Special teams, executing creative, massive game-winning plays, and then winning in the margins like this. That's why Notre Dame is as championship relevant as they have ever been in my lifetime this year. All right, when we get back, let's close out hour 1 of OTB.
Off the bench.
Go to Main Event, guys, if you're looking for something fun to do with the family. Or, look, if you are a business owner, a team leader, and you need... Or you're looking for something fun to do, right? You want to treat your team to a big milestone, celebrate a big sales goal, just do some team bonding. You know what's great for that? Bowling, multi-level laser tag, gravity ropes, hundreds of arcade games, delicious food and drinks with a newly revised menu. It's all there at Main Event right here in Baton Rouge. Remember, you mention Off the Bench, you get a free 30-minute all-you-can-play time card. That's right. Mention T-Bob, mention Jake, mention OTB. When you go in, you get that card. And look, we got dedicated party planners ready to go for your birthdays, office parties, whatever you need at Main Event Baton Rouge.
Yeah, and it is open late. Check out that schedule, mainevent.com. And we always say it is whatever you want to make it. You can have family fun. You can have individual fun. Whatever you're looking to do, Main Event is the place to go, mainevent.com.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
BRAC teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered gold.
Welcome back to the 9th-ranked morning sports show in America. Off the bench.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back. OTB. So we have an update on Whit Weeks, guys. I should have stuck with my original Don Juan take. Don Juan, I was saying, I was like, okay, he's grabbing his ankle, high ankles in the cards, broken fibula potentially. But then people, we kept hearing dislocation. Then I was getting a bit worried. Was that coming ligament damage? No, it's a broken fibula in the end. No ligament damage. It's not bad at all.
No, it's not. No.
It's exactly. Look, I've got a plate with a few screws right here and a freaking sweet looking scar from that same deal. It was the easiest. I've had ACL, 2 labrum surgeries. That
we all agree
is true. Actually, you know what's cool? When they put it in, they give you 1 screw for immediately after surgery that stays in for like a couple weeks, and then they take it out. But it's like a very easy process to take it out so you're completely awake. So you want to feel like a robot? Have a doctor just like basically take a drill and unscrew a screw out your ankle.
So they just make a little incision?
Yeah.
Wow.
And you're like, oh, look at that.
Did you get to keep it?
I did for a while. I lost it somewhere. But yeah, I did
you
for
did?
a while. Yeah, I know.
You lost something?
Yeah, I know. What are you going to do?
You should have just worn it on your neck like Sam Hartman did.
I know.
His was bones, though.
I don't, unfortunately, I would not say organization is my strong suit. Therefore, I do not struggle to lose things the same way that Taylor struggled to lose his V-car for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's never been a problem for me. And so, unfortunately, I lost that screw. Taylor's still trying to find the screw. Eventually, you will. Stick with it.
Dude, why are you throwing strays this morning?
I don't know. I mean, to be fair, that was a very elaborate setup I just tried to pull off there. Like, there was a lot
Did I enjoy it? I did. Was it funny?
That I had to go through.
A little.
It's like a 4 out of 10 on the
Yeah, I mean, it was okay.
Yeah.
But I was already committed once I started down the road, so I had to. But no, I lost the screw. But that was a cool experience. The point of all this is, like, again, this was by far the easiest surgery I ever had to recover from.
Yeah.
Not very physically therapy intensive. Awful pain. God-awful pain when it got hurt. But not very intensive physical therapy. Like, the bone just kind of heals.
Was it
and really no lingering issues.
So he looked like he was obviously in pain initially, but then he was just smiling, and it was the same old Whit Weeks. Was that because he's just a good old country boy?
Well, he had a little bit. I mean, no, I think a couple things. So
he had adrenaline.
He had the game adrenaline, which helps. Mine was in a freaking goal line spring practice. So the initial injury was like just god awful. It hurt. But then, whenever you catch a major injury like that, I don't know if it's adrenaline or shock that rushes your system, but like immediately afterwards, you're kind of okay.
Yeah.
I would say one of the worst pains I ever had was after I did mine, I had to let the swelling go down for a couple of days, so I couldn't get it operated on for a couple of days. So I'm just walking around. I'm just crutching around with a broken leg. Can't put any weight on it. I was crutching through the hot tub room, and I missed the carpet, and the crutch slipped, and I caught myself. And it was a spiral fracture. So this thing's like not connected. And I caught myself on that leg. And when I tell you that, oh my God, that hurt. But whatever. It was super easy to recover from. So this is good news. Also, Whit Weeks, with this quote, proving to be a man wise beyond his years. Quote, I'll read it in my Whit Weeks voice.
Please do.
Hold on, let me find it. Oh, man, I just love football. Okay. Football is without a doubt the greatest sport in the world. It has the highest highs and the lowest lows. God has a plan for us all, and everything happens for a reason. Those highs wouldn't be so sweet if it wasn't for lows hurting so bad. That's life. But you know me, if you've listened to me do this job long enough, you know that is something that I so firmly believe in, the whole idea you can't appreciate the light without the darkness. What a view for a young man to be taking in a time of adversity. Absolutely love it. Shout out Whit Weeks. That's big. That's really big.
That's very big. It's big, obviously to have him on the field, but it's going to be big to have him, around. He'll be able to go out to spring practice. He's not going to have this crazy rehab during the summer workout, phase where you really come together as a team. He's not going to have to kind of ease into fall camp. If he would have had what we feared maybe initially, like Achilles or something like it's like, oh, man, you might be back next year, but it ain't going to be at the beginning. So all of that, not only him on the field, but him off the field, because he is, and we saw the whole team go over there, he is your leader next year on that side of the football.
Yeah, dude. Now, one thing I will say, man, you saw how red his face got immediately after it happened. I do remember that. That just fiery pain when that bone snaps. Shout out Whit Weeks. Again, I think Rivers' tweet nails it. How did he manage to look so charismatic, being carted off after getting his leg snapped and still just looking so cool and so chill?
He's just out there playing ball.
Oh, man. Damn, that hurt, boy. Shoot, I'll tell you what, boy, that hurt. That hurt pretty bad. Made me all good. That hurt. All right, hour 2. Coming up next. Keep it locked. We got Coach Jay Clark coming up here in about 30 minutes.
Off the bench.
The best kept secret in town is out. Discover Tallulah at the Renaissance Hotel on Bluebonnet.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared toward seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood Subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Operational and consulting services throughout the refinery and petrochemical industries. When it comes to safety and quality, Action Industries beats the industry standard. Call today or visit actionindinc.com. That's actionindinc.com.
Why do billion-dollar insurance companies regularly delay and deny valid claims? Because that's how they got to be billion-dollar insurance companies. If you've been injured, I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7969.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21 12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. here on Friday, January 3rd. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 67 in hour 2 of today's show. We'll talk New Orleans Saints versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the season finale for the Black and Gold. And LSU gymnastics coach Jay Clark hops on the show at 8:30. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Welcome back. Hour 2 OTB here on a Friday. I want to go see Nosferatu tonight.
I saw it last weekend. Excellent movie.
Really?
Yeah.
This dude, no
I think I'm gonna go
children
see it this
movie
weekend.
going
Made for less than $50 million, and I heard it was visually stunning.
Oh, the
very
first
well
time
acted.
you meet, like, Count or whatever you want to call him in the movie, it's awesome. So, like, they're in a dark room, and the only light is the candle lights. You can, like, halfway see his face, halfway not. It's really cool. No, I mean, that's not really a spoiler.
What's it about?
I want to suck your hog. About it's a vampire. Nosferatu.
Wait, what?
It's about vampires.
What about the hog
Dracula.
part?
Oh, blood. I want to suck your blood.
Freudian slip.
You know, Vladimir
Okay.
and whatnot.
You're talking like, so it's like a Dracula, like Bela Lugosi?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
an old school Dracula movie, right?
It's,
I mean,
yeah.
it's a film too.
was in
It's 2.5 hours. I mean,
Let's
really,
go.
really beautifully shot. It's nice. It's
I'm gonna
not.
go
I
this
wouldn't. I
weekend.
wouldn't call it a horror movie. I mean,
Black
it's-
and white. Or not fully black and white,
No,
but like
it's not black and white
Oh,
at
it's
all.
not black and white at all.
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's just that, like, is it desaturated? I don't know.
Yeah. It's got like that dull color to it.
A little
Yeah.
filter on it, huh?
Yeah.
The Bob Dylan movie was good.
Was it?
Yeah.
Must be nice. to see
I,
movies.
for some reason, don't have a ton of drive to see it.
It was good.
And I love Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
I saw an awesome clip with him, I think on like Theo Von, where he's just talking about like, it's funny. He's both kind of cognizant of how we view actors and the job of acting. He's like, look, I get it. Like, not everybody thinks like it's like the hardest thing, but like when I do something, like I want to be the best at it, and so like I work
Seems like a
really
great
hard.
kid. Yeah.
He's like, I want to work my. I'm like, dude, you're like so
He's awesome.
likable and
Yeah.
normalcy. I mean, you killed it on Game Day. I love this interview, but I still don't really want to see it. And I like
It's
Bob
pretty
Dylan
good.
a ton. Does he do well as
Yeah.
Bob Dylan?
Yeah, it's pretty good. The same guy that did Walk the Line.
I was
did
going to
this
say,
movie.
what's better, Walk the Line or
Walk the Line.
Yeah.
But it's pretty good. But I'm going to see Nosferatu this weekend.
I always love like the music biopics. Those are always.
I think the last movie I saw in theaters was Top Gun.
It's been a while. You got to
so
break
it's been
that
a while.
streak, bud.
Before
been a while.
a Complete Unknown, I think that was the last one I saw.
And I love going
Wait,
to
y'all
the
didn't
movies.
see Oppenheimer in theaters?
Oh, wait, I did
I don't
see
know if I saw it in
Oppenheimer in
theaters.
theaters. Yeah, I did.
I seen it. I synced it, but I don't know if it was in theaters at home. I think I saw that at home. I don't know.
I'm going to go.
My whole point is hadn't been to the movie since Harlow's been born.
Well, have you
Nosferatu would be a good first movie to take
has
Harlow to?
anybody watched Harlow that is not either parent?
Katie ain't ready for that, Bo.
yeah, that's the baby.
Dude,
The
just
baby.
take
ready
her to
for
see
that.
Nosferatu. It'll be
Just wondering.
fun.
I never had a problem like taking them to movies based off their. My oldest son would go to movies like up until he was like 4 and just sit there and eat his popcorn and watch his iPad and be happy as a lark, wouldn't make a sound. Memphis, he's the one doing high knees up and down the stairs. So like you kind of learn like as you go, like okay.
Yeah, my two girls they love going to the movies in the same way. icy and popcorn, and they'll
they're
lock
good.
in and
They're ready to
chill.
go.
I have not tried out Quad yet.
Yeah, Quad's going to be the one probably doing the high knees.
Yeah, I mean, we can't even go to restaurants anymore. He's just too unruly. He's
Oh, we're
so
good
annoying.
there.
He ruins all the time.
You put Harlow in that high chair, you throw a couple pieces of food in front of her, she's going to go to town. She's going to worry about the food.
He just wants to run around. What is Nosferatu? Is that Dracula's name?
That's like the curse or whatever they call it. Like they're like, oh, Nosferatu is coming. Like it's kind of what they call it in the movie.
Interesting. I'm excited, man. Hopefully get out to see that this weekend sometime. All right, we got a few things to get to this hour. First off, as I said, LSU Gymnastics backs, Friday Night Heights, tonight in the PMAC. You got the reigning SEC and NCAA champions dropping the banner. So, I think, is it Louisville? Who do they have tonight? I thought I had it written in my notes. Yeah, I thought I had it written in my notes. For some reason, I do not. I apologize. Bad on me. But the meet starts at 6:30. Get there early. You can be a part of the celebration and the banner drop. I love the new saying. We'll talk to Jay Clark about this. But
Iowa State,
excuse me. Not Louisville. Iowa State. But the saying this year is protect the crown. Okay? And he had an interesting perspective on the national championship. He said we're not really defending the national championship. Like no one can take that away from us. What we want to protect is the standard that we have set here at LSU. No Haley Bryant tonight, as unfortunately she got injured in the 101 exhibition meet last month. But while she's on the path to recovery, she's not going to be out there tonight. So probably Aaliyah Finnegan going to be leading the way. But again, guys, if you have never been to an LSU gymnastics meet, they are electric. They are so much fun. Great way to spend a Friday night, and tonight an especially special one as you get to watch the banner drop. Harold Perkins back, something that we haven't discussed here on Off the Bench yet. Or did y'all talk about it Monday, Tay-Tay?
Yeah, I did a full segment on Monday.
in the vortex of time
you didn't tune in while you were out?
I wanted to.
Oh, I was.
I did want to. No, I was
working,
want to.
Tay-Tay.
I knew you. Yeah,
I did want to.
Bob was snoozing.
There was a fantasy where I actually came in to do a segment with you.
Did you?
Yeah, but it's all that remained. But I was thinking of you. I was thinking of you, though. You know?
What were you talking about?
And you know what they say? It's a thought that counts. So you're welcome.
Do you consider yourself a thoughtful person?
In some ways, definitely not with gift giving. I think in like being a bit empathetic to people's emotions.
You are empathetic.
Yes.
But I've heard you say you're not I've just heard
no,
you
in some ways, I'm a very
for it.
selfish person. Again, I mean, gift giving would be chief among them. I'm an awful gift giver. I never think about it, never remember it, never remember people's birthdays. I hardly remember Christmas. It took me nearly my wife divorcing me 3 to 4 times after screwing up a mixture of Mother's Day, birthday, and Christmas before I finally got my act together, and now I don't screw those up.
You got to clean it up a little bit, T.
It took me a long time to get there.
And it's somewhat recent because when we started doing this, there was a holiday that, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't have your best foot forward, and I remember you going through.
Oh, pure panic. I mean, you saw me panic in the middle of the show. It was bad. It was bad.
We've all been there before.
But it's just, look, how do you respond to adversity? Yeah. You know? What are you going to do when you make a big mistake? Are you going to be defeated by it, or are you going to learn by it? You're going to get better. And what we've done here is we've learned and gotten better. But I remain a work in progress. Yeah.
That's all you can be, though.
That's all.
That's all you can be.
I'm not,
is moving forward.
I'm just trying to get better every day. Progress is never linear. Sometimes there's going to be ups and downs. You just hope when you zoom out that it's going up on the whole, on the bar graph.
It is wild, and we'll get to Harold Perkins, but come on, it's the last day that we get to kind of do this. I'm not somebody that enjoys getting gifts. I don't. But there's some people that really enjoy getting gifts. Like if you just acknowledge something, like a quick acknowledgement, I'm good. Whatever it is, like, hey man, happy birthday. Oh, you remember? Cool. We're good.
That, like, I'm kind of with you on that, but like what I really don't like, I would rather someone get me something not knowing what it is and me not even fully enjoy it than someone asking me what I want. I don't like being
unless
asked
you
what
like
I want.
functionally need something and you're just using
I'd never know what
a
to say.
holiday as an excuse to be like, I need a new washing machine or something, so I'm going to ask my family, look, don't give me anything. But like that's one thing. But yes, I am completely with you there.
Yeah.
Like, get me a random book or something like that, and I'll be tickled pink.
Or a Dungeons and Dragons Lego.
Yeah, that was great. And then, so like I said, I ended up buying those as stocking stuffers for my kids, and they had fun putting them together. But then I knew they were never going to play with them again, so I put them up in the office. And now I have 4. I have a full party.
I gotta go check it out.
Of D&D minifigs now sitting on the desk. Like that was very thoughtful and very cool. I think I've learned in relationship with gift giving. Again, it's not even the gift as much as you cared enough to put forward some amount of effort, and now you do need a zero in the gift as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, my wife was not happy when I bought her a lawnmower 4.0 to shave her legs with. I thought that made sense in my head, the Manscaped
Wait,
thing.
you know what a lawnmower is for, right?
Yeah, for shaving your pubes.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between that and your legs? That was my look. Again, it's supposed to be waterproof, very easy in the bad, like very quick. Bad gift. Bad gift. That was one of the down years. So that was a time where I remembered to get a gift, but it was a bit last minute, and that was a
This
bad.
man got his wife
I don't
a
know.
lawnmower 4.0 that is made for
You have
shaving
me
your
now.
balls.
Come to me when you need to get her a gift.
Okay, exactly. So it's exactly. What's the difference? Your balls are more sensitive than legs are. I still don't fully understand why everybody thinks this is crazy, but I've accepted that I'm wrong.
As a gift, though.
And she's probably like, "Oh, sure, you bought this for my legs, T." Like, there's a lot.
I didn't use it. I prefer a razor. I don't understand how those clippers are supposed to work. I done pinched my sack too many times.
Yeah,
with clippers.
Also,
I will say this. So I did end up trying in the shower one time and it broke.
I do remember you saying that.
And I'm like, Manscaped, what the hell, dude?
Yeah, you thought it was waterproof.
Like, it's supposed to,
it's
like,
water resistant.
Okay, well, that's stupid.
Oh my God.
That is stupid. And that's bad advertising
I agree.
and false advertising on their part.
I honestly don't know what the difference between waterproof and water resistant is supposed to mean.
Waterproof is like you can submerge it. It can get
but this is a shower, dude. This is resistant. Like, this isn't
like your phone's resistant up to a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
It's not waterproof technically.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like generally the resistance, though, if you just like
I'm with you.
pour water on it, it's supposed to be okay. But yeah, if you submerge it, then you get in trouble.
Yeah, it's just shower. It's not submerged
That's
unless
broken
T-Bob's taking a
shower,
bubble bath
dude.
with it or something.
God.
What's the worst gift you've ever given your wife?
I mean, besides like forgetting gifts, like that was the worst. That was.
I knew your answer.
That's
We
one
just
that
heard
almost
it.
got me divorced.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what mine would be.
Now, define worse.
So
'cause,
like, okay, so it's like
obviously-
for Katie, like anything for the house, like to make the house functional. She's like, that's not really a gift.
Mm.
Like if I got her a new like dryer.
Yeah.
Like, that's just more work. That's work for me. Like that's
Yeah,
not,
yeah. Well, also
so
that's just like
I've definitely made that mistake of like something like that before. Yeah.
I think
I
what
understand
I
that.
got her this year, and it is something she specifically requested.
Oh no, you screwed up
And
this
no,
year.
No, she specifically asked for this. She said, I need this. I was like, okay, what do you want? Because like we've been together for 10 years now. And like, at this point, we're just like, hey, what do you want? What do I want? She literally sent me like an Amazon list of like 4 or 5 things, right? And
You still got to get at least one thing that is a surprise. Though.
oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
But like, I wasn't going to order this one because I was like, this isn't a good gift. And then a week after I had ordered all of her gifts, I was like, I'm done. She goes, this is the one I need the most. And I was like, well, crap. So I like went back and ordered it. It came in like the day before Christmas.
Oh, Jeff.
She was like, I want a new apron. And I was like, what? And she goes, no, this really nice one from Williams-Sonoma and all this. I thought
That does sound great, actually.
I personally thought it was a terrible gift, but like she requested it.
No, that sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
I also don't think you fully understood the question. It wasn't what's a gift you got your wife that you thought was terrible. It was what's a gift that she thought was terrible.
bad.
So I guess, yeah.
Like for me, like when you buy like an appliance, it's like, okay, well, the house needed that.
Yeah, that's a need. A gift in theory is supposed to be sort of a luxury, fun. This is something I did not have for. Like, I'll be damned, bro. I am loving that kitchen knife I got. That thing is badass. That's a great gift. Yeah. That is working out really, really well.
Yeah, and you use it, you enjoy
using
it.
Constantly.
Probably would never ask for that. Like
no, I would
normally.
We kind of talked about it, but I never really thought about getting it. Also, again, having nerdy hobbies is great too, because you can buy me Lego minifigs, and I'm like, oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, that's awesome.
You're easy to buy gifts for.
I got Victoria this hot pink purse because like she loves purses. She has a ton of them, but like all of her purses are like gray, black, brown, tan. Like she likes like the neutral colors. And I was like, oh, she doesn't have like a bright color one. You guys know me, like I love the bright colors.
I was about to say, did she see your neon collection of shoes and polos?
She does not. This was early in our relationship. Like she just does not like the bright colors.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever once seen her use that.
What was it you got?
It was just like a hot pink purse.
Ooh.
It was a nice one too,
Pink.
but like I was thinking,
Again,
that's
a gift that you would love.
Exactly.
that
Yeah.
she
I was
would
thinking about it. I was like,
She likes muted
colors.
colors.
I do not have any confidence. I'm like Markelle Fultz shooting free throws level of confidence. I don't know how many people
It's
get
a deep
that.
cut, but I get it.
He has the weird form.
I mean, basically, I have the gift buying yips if it comes to jewelry, purses.
I'm in the Hall of
I will
Fame.
lean on my sisters and my mom to give me ideas
I'm
there.
usually pretty good about it.
Because
I'm
if I go out and
I'm
try
in
to
the Hall of Fame of buying purses.
the one time I
I'm
tried to
good.
solo it, I guess I ended up at some store that's for like old women,
Oh,
and I
no.
bought her like grandma pants or something.
They got
I don't know,
her
dude.
like an
Slacks.
old Dooney and Burt purse that, no offense,
Not
like a
Dooney and
70-year-old grandmother probably is like rocking right now.
I'm okay with the purses now because again I got the bad one out the way early in
Yeah.
the relationship. I kind of know what she likes now.
Yeah.
Alondra, what about you? You haven't weighed
Yeah,
in
you've been
yet on
quiet
this
over there.
gift-giving discussion yet, and you're one of the best gift givers that we know.
Yeah, I think I like.
So what's the
that's
key?
Like my love language. I think. I don't know.
Giving gifts?
I think so. I don't know. I just
Acts of service? Is that what
yeah. I
the
guess.
love language? Yeah.
I think so.
Right? Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. I just try to think of like what the people like. Like I was telling y'all the other day that my friend Jennifer, I got her a Snoop Dogg cookbook because she loves Snoop Dogg, and then
Naturally.
she started like doing sourdough. So I got her like a little Dutch oven. And like
really kind.
each of her sisters, one of her sister got her the same cookbook I did, and then her other sister got her a Dutch oven. So I was like, dang.
Well, it looks like you know her as well as your sisters do.
Yeah.
Even though they got the same gift, you could flex and be like, they got one each. I got them both.
Yeah, well, like she returned her sister's cookbook, and then the other one that the Dutch oven I got her was smaller than the one that her sister got her. I don't know, just hobbies, I guess, like the miniature figurines and stuff.
Hobbies are great.
Or like what I know
like
that
again,
people
now that my
like.
wife was into tennis, it was an easy Christmas.
Yeah, I bet it was.
I just hammered tennis stuff, and it
Yeah.
went great. And mixed a couple things in as well, but like hammered the tennis front.
Yeah, so like if you find like a theme like that too, like there was some expensive like pottery that Katie won, so I got that for her, but everybody.
I didn't know Katie was a pothead.
No, she's not. Pottery.
Oh, pottery. Pottery head.
But the boys both play for the same baseball organization, Lugnuts, and they're, so they're red, black, and white.
Yeah.
So everybody was getting cleats, or Harlow got Jordans of that color to wear the game, so I got her Jordans to wear the game too.
Oh, very nice.
And Lugnut colors.
Very
Like
nice.
she appreciated, that part of it.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
I
you're a
will
good
say
gift
that
giver
I'm
too, though.
bad at like receiving them though. 'Cause
Oh,
I'm
I don't like receiving gifts.
Yeah, I'm like, I
Don't need 'em, don't
Yeah,
want 'em.
that's me.
It's-
You didn't have to give me anything.
Yeah, just dab me up and
Yeah, we good.
say what's up and we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do like this one from Brad, the Zydeco guy in the chat. Got my wife a waffle maker about 10 years ago, and she still says it was the worst gift I've ever given her. Yet she still uses it to this day once a week.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we've all been there. The bad gifts still, have a purpose and get used, but, well, not the lawnmower 4.0 because it drowned, but,
Again, guys.
That's crazy. Lawnmower's crazy.
What's the difference between
when he first said
leg hair and pubes?
Lawnmower 4.0, I thought this man got her a push mower.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking too. And I'm sitting back here like, hell yeah, that's a really good gift.
Hell yeah, man.
Until he went into, oh yeah, I remember this story now.
God. I'm going to help you out this year. What comes first, her birthday or Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's
Day is pretty
Ooh,
chill
Valentine's
now,
Day
though.
is the 14th. Katie's birthday is the 22nd. So it's always been a...
Valentine's Day is pretty easy because you don't actually have to do any. Like, there's a lot of run-of-the-mill stuff, right?
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
get some flowers,
Candy, chocolate,
maybe a spa day.
That's one of those that's
chocolate.
truly like, as long as you remember it.
Yeah.
You can't screw it up. As long as you remember it and get something,
Yes.
you can't screw this one up. Now, birthday.
Now, if you running around on Sunday and the spa's closed,
yikes!
I've gotten into trouble.
Oof.
Ooh, I've heard you go through those conversations.
So be careful.
Too. I've heard you call people before dinner breaks.
I still need y'all to explain to me why my logic is bad on the Lawnmower 4.0 to shave your legs with. I understand why it's a bad gift. I'm talking about the base level of logic is that it doesn't shave your legs close enough.
Yes,
Okay.
that's right. It doesn't shave it close enough. It's still going to give you stubble. So if you're looking to have a smooth leg with no leg hair or stubble, the 4.0 is not going to work on it.
Gotta go 5.0.
I don't even know that a 5.0.
I will never buy another
Vanilla
Manscaped
Ice.
product again until they start doing advertising with me. Then I'll just start talking about how they're awesome. But F them for now. No, just kidding. I really probably would. I mean, I would not want to advertise for Manscaped.
Hey, Manscaped, there's this great college football podcast called Snaps.
No.
I really think.
Or the pitch.
It's got T-Bob Hebert. You've met him. Lawnmower 4.0. It's got one other guy played quarterback at Georgia. He's half Jewish, half Catholic. Very unique.
Very hairy.
Very hairy son of a gun.
Very hairy.
He could really use it. I mean, Wolverine over here could use it. Make it happen, Manscaped.
I don't want it.
Yeah, he does.
No, the only way the pitch would be I would have to objectively use it and think it's good. If I used it and thought it was bad, I would not do it.
I actually do have a beard trimmer from them. They make more than just the Lawnmower 4.0, and it's actually pretty good.
Nice guy.
It's got settings on it, so like I shaved with yesterday. And it's like just just a little bit off the top.
OVO.
A little bit off the top.
All right, we've gone very exceedingly long. When we get back, more OTB. We got Jay Clark coming up as well. Keep it locked.
Off the bench.
GoTommies.com. GEAUX Tommies.com is the website. And if you need windows, doors, and siding, you need Tommy's windows, doors, and siding. You work with Tommy's, you're going to see the difference clearly. They are your exterior home improvement specialist, okay? So if you have faulty windows, entry door, siding, gutters, you want porch screens or patio covers installed, we do all of it. And some of the best parts are, look, the Hardy Plank and Vinyl siding, the wood and vinyl windows, very energy efficient, right? So when you make the switch, these are investments where you're going to save money on bills, so they're literally going to pay for themselves over time. And how about this? Over time. Lifetime warranties on the windows, lifetime warranties on the side. So what are you waiting for? Call 225-250-8808 or go to GoTommies.com.
Yeah, when you go to the website, remember you can check out a gallery of work that they've done in the community. You can check out just different things that they can do, testimonials, past clients, but always remember they can customize your job as well. Go to the website, GoTommies.com.
And great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs, even in the case of an after-hours emergency.
Welcome back to the 9th-ranked morning sports show in America. Off the bench.
All right, welcome back in, OTB. Heard it was Trader Bob yesterday. Now it's changed to Baylor Bob. See you here in a nice bear costume. The shoe fits, you know?
I mean, my last name is Hebert, so
I mean,
literally.
Wow.
I am a bear in more ways than one.
Yeah, that's why you should get a Manscaped deal.
No. Not unless, like, look, again, if they were to approach me.
Looking at this sheet today, I'll take a Manscaped deal.
Yeah. I don't think this is what I thought they meant when they said dry January. I
thought it was something different.
Oh, it was something different.
Yeah, me too.
Are you doing dry January?
Yes, until I have something fun to do.
Okay, well, so you're not.
Do we have anything fun coming up in January?
I did it for.
I think we do.
I did it.
Oh, dude, we'll be in Mobile in January.
Yeah,
you don't go dry in Mobile.
No, I did dry January for a few hours, and I took a break, and then I did it for most of yesterday, and then I had a nice, whiskey after the game while doing snaps. So, I've done dry January for portions of the time thus far, and will continue to do so. Again, I'm doing dry January until there's something fun to do on the weekend.
Yeah.
So you're not doing.
I would
dry
say
January.
more damp January than dry.
Yeah.
I mean, am I drinking right now? Am I drunk right now?
I don't know. Is there anything in that coffee?
You drank last night?
Coffee.
Did you drink last night?
Again, but for most of the day, I did dry January. I don't know. You're drawing some very weird lines in the sand here.
No,
yeah, you're moving some
I think
weird
you
goalposts as well.
Yeah.
No, I'm not at all. I mean, I don't know. Are you? Whatever. Shout out to all my dry January brethren. We're in this thing together.
T-Bob was like, it's dry January because I am not drinking at work.
CT said, that's just called control, T-Bob.
Yeah, exactly.
I bet T-Bob buys his boot at Walmart. That's a ridiculous thing.
No, he buys them from vending
He buys the
machines.
vending
We know
machine,
this.
yeah.
Well, I would.
I
So I'm a genius.
I tried to get us to all invest in a
I'm down for an actual vending machine.
I know.
Who was it?
Not a boot.
Guys, I don't think the profits are going to split 4 ways between a single vending machine.
NC
No, I
State,
ain't my single.
what was
I'm
the
talking
NC
about an
State
empire.
basketball player's name last year? DJ?
Yeah, the big snacks guy.
Yeah.
He owns like 6 vending machines.
No, it's a real business. Yeah.
We need to somehow combine crypto and vending machines.
Okay, that's not the same. Crypto's not really there. The vending machines are there.
There's 3 core pillars of my business. Boudin, crypto, vending machines.
No.
Okay?
No.
If we can combine that, that's a triangle of success. You'll call me Phil Jackson.
I'm serious about this. We're going to put different protein products. We're going to put them in gyms across the Baton Rouge area. We're going to do well. We can put Fairlife little protein shakes. We can put like a little pre-workout in there, little protein snack. It's going to be, a refrigerated vending machine. So, we got to spend a little bit more up front, but on the back end,
why would these businesses let us put our vending machines in there when they could sell these products? Because it's easy, then they don't have to deal with it at all.
Well, I'm an owner of one of them, so that's the first one we start with.
That's true.
Then we just,
we need a mission statement.
And we also we let them know hey, we'll give you a little free shout out on OTB. It would be our little secret.
Well, then everybody's gonna see at Elite they have this awesome vending machine. Where'd they get it? Jake's like, I actually am partnered in a vending machine company. Yeah. And then that's how you spread the word right there.
Yeah, they're gonna want it.
Y'all are talking at me, but all I'm thinking about is a Boudin themed crypto coin. Boo coin.
Link coin.
To the Boudin. To the moon. Something. Link coin. Okay.
Yeah, Link coin.
Okay. Taylor, you're my CFO. Congratulations. You're in.
Thank you.
Alondra, you're going to have to prove yourself if you want to get in here. Jake's business connections are going to get him in on it. But if you want to get in here, you're going to have to bring something like Taylor did to the table just now, a Link coin.
To the Boudin vending machine?
Boudin crypto vending machine.
I don't want to part of this.
With an NFT mini game side element.
How about you two do y'all's own little crypto Boudin vending machine? I'll do what Jake's talking about. And we'll see what
we'll see which one makes the most profit.
Yeah.
Oh, well, me and T-Bob, because we're going to scam everybody with our crypto.
Yeah, it's a rug
we know
pull.
this.
Like
me
we
and
said,
T-Bob
it's a classic rug pull.
Who's more likely to go to jail? Us. Who's going to make more money? Also us.
Actually, I don't think we're very likely to go to jail at all. Nobody gets.
I mean, Hawk 2 is not in jail.
Nobody does. Nobody does. All right, when we get back, Coach Jay Clark here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps are held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Capital City Comfort, online at capitalcitycomfort-br.com.
A resolution doesn't have to be only about yourself. It can be about your community. Did you know there are over 100 children in our community waiting for you to be their voice? Court-appointed special advocates are everyday citizens like me, Jennifer Buras, trained to advocate for children who need your help. As a CASA, I create change in a child's life by gathering information and advocating for their best interest. Join me in making a difference in the life of a child. Visit childadv.net or call 1-800-798-1575 to learn how you can be the change.
Looking to buy or sell? Visit 225re.com. Service First Real Estate, where relationships come first.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Weekday mornings at 7 on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Back to sports talk. Maybe. Off the Bench.
Hey, what's happening, guys? Welcome back to OTB, and we do it most every Friday here during gymnastics season, but it is our distinct
Today
pleasure.
is Friday, even though it's the holiday season and nobody knows that. Today is actually Friday, so a big day here in Baton Rouge.
It's great. It's great, and it's the return of Friday Night Heights in the PMAC. We've been telling you about it, guys. Banner drop. The Iowa State meet starts at 6:30. Before the meet, we're going to drop a banner for your reigning national champs. And right now, we talked to head LSU gymnastics coach, Coach Jay Clark. Coach Clark, what's going on, man? Thank you for making some time for us on meet day.
With everything that's gone on in the last 6 months, that may be the single best introduction I've heard.
Hell yeah.
Unbelievable.
Hell yeah. Hey, Coach, so, okay, first off, I got a ton I want to get to, but I want to start here. I thought you had some very interesting perspective where y'all's mantra this year is protect the crown. But when asked about being kind of defending national championship, it's like, well, I mean, we're not really defending it, right? Nobody can take that away from us. So when fans hear y'all say and they see the signage and they see protect the crown, what is that mission statement actually saying? Like, what's it trying to accomplish?
When we went, we go over to Gulf Shores every August, and the team comes up with what they want that to look like. And really, the discussion centered around the lessons learned, the attributes that we have acquired for our culture internally, the kinds of teammates we want to be, the standard that we want to uphold. It was sort of an all-encompassing thing. It really had very little to do with, last year's national championship as much as it did everything that has gone into bringing us to the place that we are now and wanting to make sure that we preserve that. It's not about duplicating anything or trying to imitate something from the past, because every single team's going to go in its own direction, its own journey, hopefully with a common destination. But the idea was to talk about the lessons that we've learned really over the last 3 years, not even last year, and what propelled us to the place that we finally got to.
Coach, y'all have had so much success. Obviously, you win the national championship, but it's not like y'all haven't been there before. I mean, y'all have done so much, and you've played so many big meets, and you've had Final Four appearances, all those type of things. But after now that you've won it, Was there anything that was maybe different this offseason? Did you want to try to maybe do something a little bit different? Or it's like, hey, we are not going to try to reinvent the wheel here. We've been a very good program. We're going to do it just like we've done it.
Well, for the most part, we was just about, really nothing changes. Our intentions all along have been to, climb that mountain and to see that the progress that occurred by sticking to what we believe, so nothing from a day in, day out process changed. My time got a little different. I mean, it was a summer full of people wanting to hear more about it and going and speaking to different groups, and then of course the NIL piece began to occupy a lot more of my time than I really wanted it to. But beyond that, in terms of the structure of what we do, we really haven't changed an awful lot.
How was it in recruiting? Like now you have that. And again, like very successful program, obviously, and you've gotten big time recruits, but now that you can go out there and there's a ring and there's going to be a banner that gets dropped tonight, did you see any kind of difference whenever you were out there on the recruiting trail?
I think maybe a little bit, but we were already, kind of in the conversation with the right kids year over year. When you're banging heads with Florida and Oklahoma and the other top programs year over year, and we were already in those conversations. I think maybe it gives a little pause and says, hey, maybe I need to look at this a little more seriously to certain kids if they're from a different part of the country or something like that. But to this point, I haven't seen really much increase. Garrett does an amazing job of getting us in front of the right kids and their families and getting LSU sold and into the conversation. It's not a hard sell once people get here and see what it's all about and what LSU is about and what Louisiana is about, and instead of just what they've heard or read or assumed, it's really not that difficult to sell this place and the people that are around it.
So, Coach, I know you're probably sick of talking about it at this point, and this will be the last time that we look kind of in a retrospective, but with the banner drop coming up tonight, what kind of emotions are you feeling, right? And how do you, how do you engage with that while also staying focused on the task at hand, which is we have to be present. We have to be here and now.
That's what you just said is what I've been telling the kids. I want you to enjoy this, and I want you to be able to enjoy the fans' reaction to it and those kinds of things. But we're not going to. The business at hand is starting this season and this team, and that really is what it's about. If you're a newcomer on this team, I want you to look at that and I want you to want it because you didn't do it, and I want you to desire that, and I want you to pursue it with everything that you've got. But beyond that, we're going to enjoy that for the 5 minutes it takes to get that thing hung in the rafters, and then the business at hand is to get started on another season and start trying to pursue another one.
All right, Coach. So I think there's a lot of names that a lot of us are going to be familiar with, and there's going to be so many great moments of players and competitors that we've already seen out there before in the past. But what about some newcomers? Is there anybody that we kind of need to be on the lookout for, not only tonight but maybe throughout the season?
Yeah, I think 3 of the freshmen you're going to see in various capacities. I think probably the most visible one out of the gate will be Kaylin Chio. She's a freshman from Las Vegas. Just has had an amazing fall and has a seriousness and a competitive edge about her that is rare. And I'm really enjoying coaching her and learning her as an athlete. She's kind of got this perfectionist, almost, I'll stab you in the neck mentality when she competes. It's just there's a tenacious and an edge there that a lot of times in the past we may have been lacking. So I'm excited about the future with her. Lexi Zeiss, who is another freshman from Nebraska who trained in Minnesota, has just gotten to a place physically where she's relevant on all 4 events, and you'll see an awful lot of her this year. And then Kalia Lincoln, maybe the most explosive, dynamic athlete I've coached in my entire 35 years. We're nursing a shoulder thing that eventually we're going to have to get addressed. So she'll probably do one event tonight, and we may add another one as we go. But we're just going to kind of get her through this year and then get her fully healthy for next year. But on vault, she will do one of the biggest vaults in the country. So I'm excited about all of them, and I wish Kalia was fully healthy because she showed up with a shoulder thing that was a little worse than maybe they had thought it was, and we're going to have to eventually get it fixed.
Yeah, that always sucks. But I mean, you're no stranger to managing injury, Coach. To be fair.
No.
Speaking of Haley Bryant tweaking the elbow back in the exhibition, the 101 exhibition meet, I know that it seems like reports are everything's going well on that front. What's the latest on Haley?
I mean, it is going well, but we've still got to be cautious. You don't want to mess around with a UCL too much in that elbow. So we just got to be cautious and listen to what the docs tell us. But it's going to be week to week. I think, we'll see her back out there at some point. I'm hopeful that it'll be sooner than later. But again, we're just going to have to monitor it closely and let the docs tell us, when she's clear. She's pain-free right now, but really doesn't have any sort of symptoms at this point, but at the same time, we've got to let it scar down a little bit and not do something that is an undue risk that we don't need to take this early in the year.
Yeah, better be healthy in April than in January.
That's exactly right.
Certainly.
Yeah, exactly.
Friday Night Heights tonight in the PMAC, 6:30, but get there early. Okay, great meet, too, with Iowa State coming down, but get there early. Championship banner being dropped, a singular, one-of-a-kind night. He is the LSU Gymnastics head coach, Jay Clark. Coach Clark, thank you so much.
Hey, guys, thanks a lot. Appreciate you having me on again.
Absolutely. Looking forward to another great year for one of the most exciting programs in the entire state. Again, guys, electric factory in the PMAC during these meets. Very kid-friendly, snappy action, no downtime, always rolling from one thing to another. Just the absolute best. All right. When we get back, let's wrap up hour 2 of OTB, and let's get into some NFL storylines heading into Week 18. I know Taylor's chomping at the bit to give you his NFL takes. Keep it locked here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
Go to Trash Rangers. You can go to trashrangers.com. And if you're looking for reliable and hassle-free trash removal services here in South Louisiana, you want Trash Rangers. Look, if you're a business owner anywhere in the listening area, Trash Rangers can serve your needs. And so you need front-load dumpsters emptied maybe up to 6 times a week. You need a giant roll-off dumpster, 15, 20, 30, or whatever size. Trash Rangers, we understand what it's like to be a local business, the flexible needs of a local business, and we are able to meet you where you need us. If you're talking residential pickup, though, some of us don't have a choice. But if you live in Livingston or Ascension, you do. You go to trashrangers.com, you make the switch today, and you never forget to put out those cans again because they text you when it's your day the night before. Go to trashrangers.com.
I mean, even on, holidays, they're not going to miss. They're just going to delay it. They'll delay it even to a weekend. They will pick up on Saturdays. You're not going to get that anywhere else. Go to the website today to sign up, trashrangers.com.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful.
Back to sports talk. Maybe. Off the bench.
Jake, I imagine maybe you've heard this. This is my first time hearing of this through one of my friend group texts. So I heard that ASU was definitely like appealing or asking questions, wanted a full review of the non-targeting call. But the streets are saying that the bounced field goal is technically a made field goal because the other team never touched it. And that the rules say that as long as the kicking team does not touch the ball, it's considered a live ball, and the rule states if it goes to the uprights, it's a made field goal. They're saying that that Arizona State is asking for a review, saying that it should have technically been a made field goal.
Yeah, so I've heard some of this, and I think it's such a rare case that I don't think the rule states about it actually hitting the ground and then going over, but Arizona State's kind of like, well, if it's not in the rules that if it hits the ground, then it should count technically then, right? Because the rule states if it goes through the uprights and we don't touch it, then it counts.
Yes.
So there is like a loophole, and look, we've got some crazy rules in college football. This would certainly be one of them, but.
Now, granted, I think all this does is get a rule clarification.
Yeah.
And they add a line that takes this away.
If
but
it hits the ground, yeah.
That's kind of crazy to think about, man. I never I've never thought of this situation coming up. I never knew that.
Yeah. You know, it would be a great idea if we got the official to sit down after the game and explain that. Maybe like what the rule is and how they got there. That'd be cool.
Yeah, look, again, I agree.
We actually, so for the Texas Bowl, our radio broadcast booth was right next to the replay official, and it was a glass door. It wasn't like a divider or anything. So we did get a chance to, like, when they were reviewing things, kind of see the process of it. And when I didn't agree with something, I would just like.
You just like.
Oh, yeah.
Like
I give
him
some dirty looks.
Glaring at them through the glass, his forehead's just smashed up against the glass.
Oh,
like,
I was mad. Like whenever.
Why is Jacob Hester looking at us like that?
Whenever Whit Weeks got the penalty, because there's a little pushing match, like the referees got the number wrong. They got the whole situation wrong because I saw it like on the field play out. And Whit Weeks gets the sack. He's celebrating with his teammates, which is what you're supposed to do.
Yep.
79 for Baylor comes and pushes him to the ground. And then Jordan Gilbert comes over like, hey, you can't do that. He gets pushed, and so he pushes back. And, like, Whit got a 15-yard penalty when he literally celebrated with his teammates and didn't retaliate. And 79 just, it was nothing. I'm sitting there looking, and I see the replay official looking at it, and he's pointing to the lineman. He's like, he keeps going like, I don't know. I'm like, I know. You're watching it. You're seeing it. And they called number 59 during the game. I was like, yeah, you guys are some
I mean, a lot happened very fast,
But if I can see it from like 1,000 feet away in the booth, how do y'all not see it? And I didn't see it on a replay. I saw it play out.
Who's y'all's favorite? Actually, before we get to that, I do want to remind you about K to Z window coverings, KTOZ blinds. Saints-Bucs.com. If you want window coverings that wow, you want blinds, shutters, shades, drapery, you want to take advantage of custom. They do custom.
They do custom.
But but you want to take advantage of complimentary installation, right? It's all there at K to Z. And you have Brandon Barton out to your home, and him and the team are going to come out, and within 15 minutes, you are going to be blown away by the depth of knowledge that they will lay up at your feet, right? They will tell you exactly how the sun interacts with your home at every point of the day, and then they'll give you a variety of options for what you're trying to accomplish aesthetically and functionally. And it's at every price point, okay? So I don't care if it's a starter home, a home of your dreams, whatever the case may be, K to Z is there for you. Go to KTOZBlinds.com. And again, blinds, shutters, shades, drapery, exteriors, motorization like Jake has, the drop-down automatic. It's all there at K to Z, KTOZBlinds.com. All right, hour 3, let's talk some NFL. As we're into the final week of the NFL season, keep it locked and get your takes ready. YouTube.com/1045 ESPN Off the Bench. We'll be back.
Off the Bench.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared toward seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial properties. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Good morning. It's 9 a.m. here on Friday, January 3rd. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 67. In hour 3 of today's show, we'll look at the NFL playoff picture, and we'll talk Saints versus Bucs coming up this Sunday. If you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can catch it in the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. You can also follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN, and watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Love y'all. Welcome back to OTB. Hour number 3, NFL Week 18. Or 19.
18. Play 17.
Week 19. Week 18. Week 18, baby. That classic final week of the NFL season. Here we are. Taylor, what are your top, not a Tay-Tay NFL story of the day, but what are your top storylines, elements, narratives that Tay-Tay is going to be watching for on this NFL Sunday? Or Saturday? They're playing, they're playing every day.
They have 2 Saturday games. Not
and
really
everything else is at noon.
This week, but heading into the playoffs. We talked about it a little bit yesterday. I think the Rams are getting healthy at the right time. I think that's a team that not a lot of people are going to want to play. I'm interested to see how the NFC South shakes out because, look, the Saints.
LA's team, you mean? The LA Rams? Like
the LA
LA's
Rams,
main
yeah.
team, like the only team in LA that the fan. Yeah.
Don't be bitter because y'all are at home.
No, I'm interested to see the NFC South. I mean, the Saints certainly have the opportunity to play spoiler if they can knock off the Bucs. And if that happens, how does rookie Michael Penix Jr. do in the playoffs? I mean, that's certainly something to watch as well. Can the Bengals sneak in? They need a loss from the Broncos and the Dolphins as well as a win themselves. That's another team that nobody would want to play in the playoffs as well. So there's a lot to watch.
I wonder what the majority of Saints fans would actually want here.
I would imagine Saints fans hate Falcons more than Bucs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think you probably
it's
don't mind losing here, letting the Bucs win the division and ruining the Falcons' good time and letting them know that, oh, y'all had a massive division lead, should have won, and yet not only did you choke it away, but we got Derek Carr. Well, good, you got Kirko. And they both are on giant contracts, and they both suck.
And then you finally replace Cousins, but you still don't make the playoffs.
I was going to say the problem would be for Saints fans if you beat Tampa and then Atlanta makes it, and then Penix does something good in the playoffs, then everything changes.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, despite all the bad, Atlanta's got their young quarterback. You still got Carr, and you feel like crap.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe the play is to just go ahead and lose to Baker and co.
Yeah, because, like, if Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans beat you and they do well in the playoffs, does that really change anything? They did that last year.
Yeah, exactly. As far as the Saints game goes, yeah, I don't have much for it. The last 2 weeks have really stamped out any remaining shred of actual pregame interest that you maybe had in this team beyond kind of mechanically going through the motions. Again, unfortunately, I mean, I guess it was fun seeing Clyde make a couple plays, like you said, but like, unfortunately, the Saints are in such a bad spot roster-wise that it's hard even to watch a game and look to the future and be like, oh, these are great elements that we can rely on going forward. Because again, ideally, none of these receivers are receivers next year, right?
No. If they are, it's a problem.
Yeah, I mean, and that kind of extends to almost every single position group. So I wish I could give you more on the Saints going into this Sunday, but I'm kind of at the point where mercifully, maybe it's just time to let it end. Let this whole season end.
Oh, but yeah, it's been time.
Yeah,
it's let go and let God time.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens in August when we reconvene in the draft. But if it stays the same, I don't really have a lot of faith in that. I'll be honest with you.
Well, if only they would keep the good players that they draft, like Zach Bond, Trey Hendrickson. No, I agree though. I don't have a lot of faith either in. I mean, what a moment for Mickey Loomis. We use all of our Roman analogies. The third triumvirate, he was always kind of the Crassus analog, and well, it looks like he too went into Parthia and got his head chopped off. He has to. It's wild that he could be a GM that brought a Super Bowl to New Orleans and have his reputation as down and sullied as it is right now. No one needs to turn around this franchise more than Mickey Loomis. Otherwise, somebody who should be celebrated and remembered as a Saints hero will go down as a villain.
I mean, what's the old quote about if you stay long enough,
Yeah,
That's
true.
Kind of what it feels like.
Familiarity breeds contempt.
What it kind of feels like right now. And there's no GM that has the same set of circumstances that Mickey Loomis has. Let's be honest. There's no GM that feels as safe as Mickey Loomis. We talk about it, and there's some truth to it. He's, basically the owner because he kind of runs the team. He makes all the decisions, coaches and draft and free agency, and doing all of that with this sense of being untouchable. That's not a good combination.
No.
I think one of the best things about the NFL, at least for me personally, was you knew every single day when your feet hit the ground, you had to go do something to save your job. Every day. Monday, off day on Tuesday, you better be doing something. Wednesday, it didn't matter. It wasn't just game days. Every day you had to be doing something to protect your job.
Yeah.
And when you don't have that sense of urgency, it turns into what the New Orleans Saints are turned into right now. So, that would be my worry. And unless he gets some heat, some pressure, which, again, we hadn't heard any of that. He's just going to make another coaching decision. He's going to draft another group of players, and they're going to continue on with the same old, same old. That's not a good place to be. And you got to have a little bit of pressure on you. You have to have a little bit of, hey, man, we've been really good here. It hasn't gone our way the last couple of years. I need to look in the mirror.
Yeah.
I need to do something different. Instead, we get him with the Bubblicious, with the big league chew.
Telling us that Dennis Allen's going to be Tom Landry.
And him coming out there and being very, very arrogant about it as well.
Yeah, I mean, and so I completely agree with you. That's where he doesn't have the natural market forces in that your job should be threatened, and so you have to be very honest about what do you need to change. None of those are in play. So if you want to double down on things that have not been successful in the past because you just think they are right, he actually has the leeway to double down on it, which to your point, Jake, is just incredibly rare. Actually, pretty much non-existent.
Literally nobody else has that. Jonathan, thank you. You either die a hero or you live long enough to have yourself become the villain.
Yeah, the Dark Knight. I mean, that's so true. That is really actually what's gone on with Mickey Loomis.
It's really, honestly, though, for me, from the outside looking in, it's the arrogance that bothers me. If you come out and you're like, okay, here's why Dennis Allen's still our head coach. Here's why I believe in him. All right, there was this case and there was this instance where I saw him and there was this game. Just trust me, guys. I realize what the results look like, but he didn't. He came out and compared him to some of the all-time greats and where they started. We know, not every situation is going to be the same.
Remember, he still didn't want to make a move after the 7-game losing streak as well.
I know.
It took Gale. It took Gale coming in and finally being like, nah, fam. Something's got to change. So we will see. We will see.
Like, imagine doing a bad job in any profession, any job. If we were doing a bad job here, if we weren't the 9th ranked mid-market morning radio show, okay, and we were bad, and nobody ever told us anything, we're just going to keep doing the same.
Yeah.
Going to keep doing, like, every job, right? If Taylor's bad at video.
See, Taylor, that's why I'm so hard on you.
That's why. Okay, but like imagine like, okay, sure. Let's use it towards me. Imagine I come in here for a week straight, everything is flawless, and nobody could have done any better, and then I suck for the next 3 weeks. And if you challenge me on it, I'm like, wait, guys, I know what I'm doing. I'm the same guy that was flawless. That was flawless 6 weeks ago, and it's like, yeah, but you've sucked ever since. Yeah, but guys, like, trust me, I know more. Like, I've been there. I've had success. You've seen it. There's been very little success very recently, but trust me, I know what I'm doing. That's Mickey Loomis' attitude when he's challenged on it.
Yeah. It's
he has like Jerry Jones power without owning the team, without being a billionaire.
True.
Like, think about that. Think how dangerous that is.
Was also not a billionaire, but he's also kind of not.
Oh, he's rich.
In that, but also he's like part of the group that does control the estate, essentially. Now, he's not the head executor. I believe that's executor.
You know what I mean?
I believe that. Yeah, no, for sure. No, for sure. But he's not. But yes, no, he is not. Like Jerry Jones, okay, yeah, he's Jerry Jones, but he also created the most valuable brand and owns the most valuable brand in all of sports in the world, almost.
And they also they gave Mickey the Pelicans too. This man was running no qualification to run the Pelicans, but he was.
Disaster. Not that Griff era has gone that much better, but still.
I mean, what?
Hey, wait! You just reminded me. I had a positive Pelicans thing in here. Finish your point, though.
I don't know.
Deep for that one.
I got to hear this.
Okay. I don't think anybody would have guessed this. Yves Missi, Western Conference Rookie of the Month.
Okay.
Not of the week. Western Conference Rookie of the Month. How about it, dude?
All
First
right.
Pelican to win it since, who was that guy?
Well, Zion didn't play a month.
Yes, that's who it was. Zion
He
Williams
did?
in 2020.
Well,
In February, he
a long
actually
time
won
ago.
it. Yeah, rookie year. But
he has been really good. I mean, certainly outside of the lottery as well.
look, in this month, he played Wemby, played Domantas Sabonis, he played Siakam, played Karl Anthony Towns, Jokic, Edey, and yet he averaged 11 and 10. I mean, that's pretty cool. Rookie of the month. All right. Joins J.R. Smith, Chris Paul, Darren Collison, Buddy Hield, and Zion as the Pels to win this war. All right. Anyway, the Pelicans are 5-29. The Saints are 5-11. Blah. And LSU's 9-4.
Can I interest you in the Spurs?
You can interest me in shutting the hell up.
All right.
See that thing that you're doing where your mouth opens and your vocal cords vibrate and sound is produced?
Uh-huh.
Cut it all out.
All right.
Like Full House. Cut it out. I feel like Joey in the sweater right here. I'm sorry, Alondra. That was overly aggressive. I apologize. I got a little heated there. You don't have to shut the hell up. I'm just jealous of you, and I'm taking out my jealousy through anger because we got Zion and you got Wemby, you know? Like we were both supposed to have generational talents, but here you sit
It's okay.
with a man who is everything and more that you could have ever wanted in the modern NBA superstar.
Absolutely. Did you see him playing chess in Washington Park?
I know. As if he doesn't know the exact way to my heart.
I know.
He tweets out, "Hey everybody, I'm going to be in Washington Park playing chess. Come play with me."
What a
and then
guy.
he goes and does it in the rain.
God, I bet T-Bob rage watched that.
Like a man.
What
No,
a
I
guy.
loved him for it. I mean, look, if I was going to cheer for a Western Conference foe, the Spurs being non-big market and kind of so far above the Pelicans for the majority of my Pelicans fan. I mean, I guess really the thing that would work against them would be the best year the Pelicans ever had. It was indeed the Spurs that ended up eliminating them. But yeah, I mean, I get on board the Spurs. I honestly, OKC is incredibly easy to like, except that I'm so jealous of them. There's never been a better run small market team. I mean, what they had Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden all on the same team going to finals and they're very young. Oh, they lose everybody. Oh, they're supposed to be awful. Oh, they just created a roster last year, became the youngest roster ever to win a playoff series. Now they're even better this year than I'm even full straight. It just the Pels are 5-20.
Ooh.
God.
5-20.
That's bad.
It's a bad, exactly. That's the problem is
Like,
you
that's
thought you had
bad.
reached the lowest of the low with the AD saga and everything else. And it's funny now because Zion just really doesn't care at all, right? Like, he so obviously does not want to be here. He so obviously is checked out and just using whatever he can as an excuse not to play. It's really, really sad to see.
The team above them, the Jazz, 7-25.
So you're not that much worse than the Jazz.
So they have, I was going to say, in all honesty, though, they actually have 40% more wins than you do.
Yeah.
If you want to go, so you are that much worse.
You're pretty far off because you're 147, they're 219.
The Washington Wizards are better than you at 6-25.
And
they don't even have Martin Gortat.
Didn't we decide that was like the most
Or Mitch
forgettable
Richmond.
professional sports franchise, like the worst
Yeah.
historically?
Yeah.
They're better than you.
Yeah.
All we can hope for is the first overall pick. Again.
I mean,
And the third time's a
looks
charm,
like you're
guys.
headed that way.
Third time's a charm, guys.
Yeah, the kid from Duke.
Oh, Cooper Flag.
I mean, might be a good year to get the number 1 overall pick at
Is
least.
it?
Because last year wasn't great.
No.
Wasn't great last year.
Hey, I just bought all of us tickets to the Pelicans game tonight, and I spent $8.
$2 a piece, huh?
Yeah, section
Are they-
321, not bad price.
Bro, it's gotta be
$2 a ticket,
empty in there.
and it's row 4 too, so it's
No.
upper deck but lower.
Oh, wow.
It's row 4, so it's
I
actually
wonder
not
what
bad.
courtside seats are looking like.
$2 a ticket, guys.
I saw Danny courtside a couple nights ago.
Not that
Now,
cool to be
I know
courtside
Danny,
right now.
I know Danny's balling out there, but
Not that cool to be courtside right now.
They have tickets 5 rows up for $154. If you're spending $154 on a Pelicans ticket,
You're
God
very
bless
rich. You know, you just have money to burn.
Yes.
In Min Street Bad says, T-Bob, how do you feel about Magnus telling the man to F off? He's not changing out of his jeans. Did you all see this?
Huh?
Magnus Carlsen, best chess player in the
Yeah, I thought I
world.
seen that.
The Blitz and Rapid Championships.
yeah, we literally talked about it in the group chat.
He got kicked out. Well, guys, I'm bringing it on air. Not a literal. Did y'all see this?
Oh, on air? No, we did not.
He got kicked out of the Blitz and Rapid World Championships for wearing jeans to the match. The thing is, dude, I got to agree with Magnus here. Is it against the dress code? Yes. Okay.
Stupid?
But
Also, yes.
do you kick Michael Jordan out because he didn't wear a suit to the game? Like, what are we talking about here? Do you kick LeBron James out? No. For your superstars, you bend the rule a bit. You had a administrator here who just wanted to go full draconian.
Yeah.
You know, and we see. I mean, it was just a little power hungry. I think you let Magnus play in jeans if he wants to play in jeans, especially because it didn't look sloppy. It was part of a coordinated outfit. But
Was it a little Canadian tuxedo?
I was gonna say, was it the mullet of outfits?
No,
like
it was
to call
like-
it when you wear a sports coat,
Yeah.
but with
Oh,
jeans.
yeah.
I call
Yeah.
that the mullet.
yeah, it was a mullet.
Yeah.
It was a mullet, but it was a color coordinated mullet.
Yeah.
I think it looked fine.
Happens all the time.
You call that the mullet?
Yeah.
I
It's
wear
a
that.
little-
I wear
Taylor's
that
like,
a
damn,
lot.
Bo, it's pretty classy.
I
the
love
way
that.
you
Yeah,
why you
business
call
in
it a
front,
mullet.
party in
I
the
wear,
back.
I wear that a lot.
Yeah.
Basically, every
It's a mullet.
restaurant me and Victoria go to that's nice. That's
Yeah.
what I wear.
It's the mullet. Jeans with a sports coat.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
So, T-Bob, agree that some people are above the law? I think, yes, in some cases, absolutely. Hey, you don't get those calls yet, right? That's something that we know.
Like,
to be
referees say
true.
that all the time. Like, you ain't getting that yet.
No, bro, you got to earn that thing.
Kobe
right?
gets that. Mike gets that.
Yeah,
Shaq gets that. You ain't getting that yet.
prove it. Joe LeBon said he got married in a sport coat and jeans.
Say, ball.
Damn, Joe.
Say no.
Shut up, Bo.
There's no doubt in my mind
It was on in a
that Whit
barn.
Weeks is going to get married in a sports coat, jeans, a fantastic belt buckle, and some Tony Llamas.
Oh yeah, Tony Llamas. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
I haven't
and
heard
Mitch
about
Team's
Tony
dad says-
Llamas in forever.
I don't know what Tony Llamas are.
Oh my
a
gosh.
boot.
Yeah.
Look it up.
They were very popular. Back
So
in the day.
comfortable. Oh
Yeah.
my! If you break in a pair of Tony Llamas, it's the best.
Yeah.
It will be the best shoe that you own.
They're the original Tacovas.
Oh, they're
I would
much
say
better.
my broken into Tacovas
Yeah.
are pretty damn comfy.
Yeah.
Nowadays.
Tacovas are great. Lucchese's are great.
Yeah.
And Mitchie Matt says Fide caved and he's back in. Well, I don't know if Fide caved because, no, he never got back in the Rapid Championship. He got back in Blitz. He ended up losing Blitz, though. I wonder who won.
Is this chess related?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. FIDE is the governing chess body.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What should we do for the rest of this hour? That's fun.
Just lollygag.
Hood rat stuff with our friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really thought Taylor was going to have more NFL storylines for us, and he said 2 things, and that was kind of it.
Yeah, and then we went 10 minutes on it, and then you moved on to chess.
No.
Yeah, we could go to break here.
I think the teams that are actually
should.
The teams that are going to actually be playing for something, the Lions, the Vikings, the Broncos, the Dolphins, the Bengals, the Bucs, and the Falcons, maybe the Commanders. Commanders is seeding.
Yeah.
Do you really want to?
They've locked up the spot.
Do you want to risk Jaden getting hurt, going from a 6 to a 7? Now it's a difference between the Eagles and the Rams, maybe. But those teams I know are going to be playing everybody.
To your point, the Rams and Eagles are both playing really well. And Marcus Mariota's your backup. It's not like you have an inexperienced rookie back there as well.
And you just beat the Eagles.
Yeah, I would sit Jaden.
The chat is suggesting another Tay beer run.
I know.
T's doing dry
I'm
January.
doing dry January, though, so I can't.
Yeah, he's really strict about it, guys.
He only drinks at night.
Well, yeah, I'm not. I'm doing dry January until later at night. All right.
It's just not.
When we get back, more OTB.
Off the bench.
Get Gordon and get it done. 225-888-8888. Gordon McKerney Injury Attorney's there for you when you need him. Man, my pants is falling off. You get in an accident.
We get it. You've been working out, dude. Chill.
No, it's not what I meant. I mean, they're literally falling off. I'm sagging, bagging Barry. Nobody remembers that. It was an old All That skit with Kenan Thompson. Sagging, bagging Barry could fit anything in his pants. He once pulled an entire airplane out of his pants. Now, I don't think Gordon can do that. What Gordon can do is if you get in an accident and you need somebody who's going to stand up for you, against the insurance companies, get you what you deserve. He can do that. You go to getgordon.com. You can fill out the consult form. You can see results. You can see the clients the cases that they handle. Or you just call 888-8888. Or you can follow them on social media at Get Gordon. Get Gordon, get it done.
Yeah, like T-Bob said, put your area code in Louisiana, followed by 888-8888. Get Gordon and get it done.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs, even in the case of an after-hours emergency.
Welcome in to the best morning sports-ish show around. Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Welcome back. Back at down. So we talked Pelicans, LSU men's basketball, getting ready to kick off SEC play. With Vandy tomorrow. That's right. Tomorrow in the PMAC, 3:30 p.m. First tip. Tay, how we feeling having emerged from the preseason? Of course, while I feel good about how the teams conducted themselves, the SEC looks like it might be the greatest in its history. That's not an exaggeration.
No, I mean, well, you feel as good as you can, right? Because the first 8 games of the season, this team was rolling, and then, you have the injury to Jalen Reed. He looked so good from year 1 to year 2, and you kind of thought, how is LSU going to replace these guys? Corey Chess has stepped up. Damian Collins has stepped up. You also now have developed that really good scorer off the bench with Victorious Miller, who seems like he drops like 15 to 20 points every single night. So you have that certified one, right, in Cam Miller. You have solid guard play. Your post play has been really good, and you got a scorer off the bench. So, is their talent top to bottom going to be at the top of the SEC? No, but if this team can get middle of the road, this is going to be an 8 or 9 bid league this year. It's that good.
Yeah.
So can you stay middle of the road? I mean, man, had his squad 9-9 in SEC play a year ago. I mean, it is not unheard of that he could do something like that again. And he came on this show and he said, I think we did enough in SEC play.
Yeah.
It was out of conference before SEC started where we really struggled. They didn't this year. So, I mean, I think things are looking up.
Yep.
To your point, though, T, I mean, about where the SEC is right now, Alabama's 5th in the country. Arkansas is 23rd. Auburn's number 2. Florida's number 6. Kentucky's number 10. Ole Miss is 24th. Mississippi State is 17th. Oklahoma is 12th. Tennessee is number 1 team in the country. Texas A&M is 13th.
Jeez, bro.
10 out of the 16 SEC teams are in the top
25. Do you know what the worst record right now is of any SEC team? Is South Carolina at 10-3.
Good God.
That's the worst record. It's the only team that has 3 losses. Everybody else is undefeated, 1 or 2.
That's yeah. I don't really know how to wrap my head around that. Like, I don't know how to provide context for that. Or I can't think of a parallel in which I've ever seen a conference in a single sport represent nearly half of the top 25. I mean,
SEC softball a year ago.
That's what I was about to say. Maybe
team,
softball, maybe baseball.
After the first 5 weeks of the softball season, every team but one was in the top 25.
Unreal.
In the SEC. But no, this goes to show you how important it is. LSU's home games are going to be this year. You have to win your home games.
Yeah.
Because
starts with Vandy.
SEC
How's Vandy
road
look
games
thus
are
far?
also, I mean, they're kind of like
Again,
you, like Jake
good,
mentioned.
yeah.
I mean, you know, they're 2 losses as well. They're right there with you. And SEC's already hard on the road as well, but like it is so vital to win your home games this year.
Speaking of winning on the road, the LSU women opened up conference play, and well, imagine this. Coach Mulkey's squad dominated with the 4th biggest SEC margin of victory of the Coach Mulkey era, going into Bud Walton Arena, beating Arkansas 98-64. They were up by 49 at one point. I mean, they shot 50% from the field. They hold Arkansas to 36. They forced 21 turnovers. They get 34 points off those turnovers. Anissa Mara gets a nation-leading 14th double-double. Like, it just – and they're 16-0. They're incredible. Shout out Coach Mulkey. A perfect 1-0 dominant start to the SEC season.
I mean, there's a couple of same situation. Now, not as much as the men's side of things, but same thing. You're going to have so many top-tier teams coming out of the SEC, and it's going to be, yet again, another dogfight. And when you look at, where the SEC is, so we just gave you where the men's, the rankings. LSU right now, number 6, Tennessee 15th, Alabama 19th, Texas 5, South Carolina 2,
Sheesh.
Kentucky 16, Ole Miss 25, Oklahoma number 9. And that's not even including some really good teams like Mississippi State, who's 13-2. They're not, ranked right now, but they're a really good team. Vanderbilt's 14-1 and not ranked right now. And so the SEC on both sides, men's and women's, is going to be a dogfight each and every game.
What a year. What a year. On the women's side, you know you have a team that, well, they'll hang or beat anybody in there. On the men, we got to see what they can do. But I'm excited for it. Alabama fired their safeties coach and co-defensive coordinator. So not worth a ton, but look, you don't go 9-4 and not have some blood spilled to satiate the masses, right? All right, when we get back, more OTB.
Off the bench.
Go to centralplumbing.org, 925-8552. centralplumbing.org, 925-8552. Central Plumbing is there for you when you need them. Look, they've been at it for 50 years, guys. You're not going to hit them with anything they don't know how to solve. You got old house, new house, I don't care. Commercial and residential. So if you're a business owner and you need your plumbing need met for your office building, they have correct paperwork, personnel, and insurances to do so. And understand, there's 24/7 emergency service, licensed, bonded, and insured employees, flat rate pricing, and great warranty coverage. They're the best. centralplumbing.org.
Yeah, when you go to the website, you can look in the top right corner, 225-925-8552, 24/7, 365. Weekends, holidays, game day, does not matter. If you have an emergency, Central Plumbing will be there. And we always remind you, it's not just in Central. Now, they can service the Central area, obviously, but it's the greater Baton Rouge area. We are talking to you, 225-925-8552, and always online at centralplumbing.org.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated.
Welcome back to the 9th-ranked morning sports show in America. Off the bench.
Makes me want to stay. What they said was real. Makes me want to steal. Living under house. Guess I'm living.
Jeez, what is this like? You're just trying to theme the Saints season today, Alondra?
Yeah.
This is very much how watching the Saints feels this year.
They're pretty bad.
Who plays in the Duke's Mayo Bowl today?
Ole Miss.
No,
right?
Ole Miss
No, they played last night. They won the
Last night,
Tag
you're right.
Slayer Bowl.
Ole Miss
And Lane's
beat-
like victory lapping for beating up on Duke.
Beating up on. I mean, Duke won 9 games.
Minnesota.
I get that,
Nah, but
and
nothing in the
Virginia
ACC counts after bowl season, bro.
Ooh, those are
Who
T-Bob's
plays
teams.
Alondra?
Minnesota and Virginia Tech.
God, Minnesota, great unis. Great unis. Minnesota, sneaky great year. Big bounce back from PJ Fleck. Should have beat Penn State. Sneaky great transfer portal offseason as well.
Row the boat.
Row the boat. Row the freaking boat indeed.
You've also got the First Responder Bowl. North Texas and Texas State.
Nothing. Does nothing for you at all. Alondra, anything for you?
Let me see if I'm working or if we're carrying that game.
You better hope you're carrying that. That'd be great.
That'd be a nice little forever.
I don't think so, though, because Dennis texted me to come on.
Did he?
Yeah, but I can't do it today.
Well, if he texts you, come on, then I'm working.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. I expected to.
My co-host on Snaps, Aaron Murray's working as well at the Mayo Bowl, calling it. He has only ever had mayo in his life with fries. And it's only a couple of times. He has never eaten a BLT with mayo. He has never had a sandwich with mayo.
What about a burger that he ordered from somewhere?
He's never had mayo on the burger.
I don't think
doesn't get it on there. Doesn't get it. And he just sent me the rundown. I'm gonna spoil their production here. Hopefully won't get him in trouble.
I don't think they're listening.
No, I don't think so. I mean, granted, we are the 9th. Yeah, whatever. So at the start of the game, he's got to eat a banana and mayo sandwich, which I've never had, but I would love to try.
No.
Isn't that like an Elvis thing?
That's
peanut butter, banana, bacon is Elvis.
A lot more peanut butter and mayo. A little different.
Nah.
No. Same thing.
I mean, mayo's good on it. Like, you don't think a banana mayo sandwich would be good? That'd be rolling. What are you talking about? Why?
I love mayo.
Did you ever do just mayo sandwiches growing up? Just white bread and mayonnaise?
I did not just mayo, but I did it with like white bread, mayo, slice of cheese.
That's what I'm saying. That's good. Okay, now just put a banana in there. That's fine.
That was my sister's favorite snack
Yeah,
ever.
it's good.
He's got to eat some Duke's Carolina Gold barbecue mac and cheese. I mean, that sounds amazing.
Sounds phenomenal.
Yeah, that'd be fine. Yeah.
He's got to get an ice cream bar dipped in mayo.
Ugh.
Again,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
into
out.
it. A turkey leg
Yeah,
dipped in
that'd be
mayonnaise.
great. Turkey sandwich.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, not
Mayo's great.
terrible.
And then he's got to drink some coffee with mayo. Don't love that.
That's the Will Levis.
Will Levis.
Will Levis energy.
Yeah. So good luck, Aaron.
Yeah,
Pretty boy.
Godspeed.
I think, bro, I have yet to see the mayo combo that I don't want to try. I freaking love mayo. I love all kinds
I do
of mayo.
love mayo.
I mean, I like mayonnaise too.
I like
Why
even,
you're
I even like
naive.
Miracle Whip. I like all of it.
No, that's not mayonnaise.
All of it.
Miracle Whip's not mayonnaise though. It's fake.
It doesn't matter. It's good. I like the tangy zip. I like all mayo.
I'm not a huge mayo person. Like, I don't really put it on my sandwiches.
What's the best condiment? Because to me, it is
Mustard.
mayonnaise.
It's mayo for me.
I like mustard.
Really?
Mustard.
Mustard or barbecue sauce?
Over ketchup, even.
Yeah.
Mustard. Yeah, my top two's mayonnaise and ketchup. Easy. Maybe
Yeah.
ketchup number one. I
go
don't know. I'd have to think
I'm
about
mayo,
that.
Mustard
ketchup,
one,
mustard.
barbecue two.
I think mayo and ketchup combined makes one of the tastiest
It is good.
combinations on the entire freaking planet.
It's like a knockoff Thousand Island.
Yeah. God, give me some. Oh, now I want a big old burger with mayo and mayonnaise.
I only put mustard
With
on
mayo
my
and
sandwiches.
mayonnaise.
That's it.
Mm.
Mustard's good.
I
It
put,
has
like,
its
a
place.
lot
I like
of
it as
it,
well.
though.
Yeah, I know. I get it. Sometimes you're craving mustard, but not like a craving mayo and ketchup. I'm so hungry now.
Does ranch count as a condiment or no?
Yeah.
Or is it more like a sauce?
No, ranch is a condiment, I would say.
Then I would say top two, mustard, ranch. Maybe ranch beats out mustard.
Ranch on the pizza?
Oh, yeah.
Ranch on what?
absolutely.
Ranch on what? What's your favorite thing to put ranch on?
I love ranch on pizza. Love ranch and fries.
Hey, wings.
Yeah, wings, obviously.
Ranch and fried pickles, I love.
Yeah,
Ranch,
fried pickles,
like
good
with
combo.
pretty much anything plays.
Good milky ranch.
I like ranch on like most things.
That
Like I don't
Wingstop
hate it
ranch.
on salad, but it's
Or
funny. Like
Walk-On's
that's what it's
ranch.
made for.
Yeah.
But like it's the thing that I least like it on.
The what?
Salad.
The
Ranch.
salad? Oh, yeah. I'm so hungry now. Jeez, guys. How do we end up here? I do want to remind you guys by going to All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge, allstartoyotabatonrouge.com. No, I shouldn't do that here. Let's talk about Goodwood. Yourgoodwood.com. Goodwood Men's. So, well, otherwise, we're going to run the floater straight in live. Yourgoodwood.com. Look, we're not settling for a mediocre sex life anymore, guys, okay? If you are suffering from erectile dysfunction, maybe you feel like you don't have energy, maybe you feel like, am I low T? Well, go into Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Again, yourgoodwood.com. Let them draw your labs, give you that free consultation, figure out exactly what's going on in your body, and then customize that plan for you. Also, hair loss. Well, guess what? We have hair loss treatment to get you where you want to be, even at things like penile enhancement. So, whatever it is, the bottom line is that, like the speech from Independence Day, we are not going quietly into that good night, okay? We are going to rage and blaze against the night. How? With Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Okay, so go in today and become your best self. Let's do this together, guys. You cannot yawn into an open mic at a time when we already seem to be losing steam as a show, Taylor.
We're not losing steam.
It's a little bit more of a chill segment. I get
So
it, but
what?
there's a little bit of. I'm getting, since we're losing a little bit of steam here.
You're
and then
losing
Taylor just hit an extreme. I mean, that was a crazy yawn.
That was a crazy
Unhinged
yawn.
his jaw?
Yes.
Yeah, it was. It
I
was
heard
a
it from
yawn.
here.
It was a yawn.
And to be fair, I probably am losing a bit of steam. So
I'm not.
I want to hear, Chad, if anybody's gone through this, because I've seen a couple social media things. There is some sickness going around that has knocked my wife on her ass for a week straight. She's going to the doctor for a third time today. but it is like it started with a fever, and now it is just
Yeah.
brutal coughing. To the point where I text you, I didn't know if I could come into work. Like I thought I was gonna have to do work from home or something because like she spent 10. I was freaking out though. I was about to take her to the hospital. She spent 10 minutes last night without a normal breath. 10 to 15 minutes, like. And so I'm just, as anybody else, and they don't, it's not flu, it's not COVID, it's not like, does anybody else know?
I told Alondra this morning, Victoria from Christmas Day up until yesterday had that exact thing. Yep. And I told her I thought I was getting sick like Tuesday because I started feeling like those body aches and stuff, but I guess I was just overworked because like it went away after that. But like she just got better. She had it for 9 days.
I know.
There's like that
Kalen's coming up on
norovirus
7
going around right now, and they're trying to like shut the world down again.
See, they haven't even mentioned that though. The doctors haven't.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, but that's
Victoria wasn't like diagnosed with anything, but same symptoms.
Yeah.
Norovirus.
But stay safe out there, guys. Wash your hands. All right. When we get back, oh yeah, I forgot. You believe that? Are you an anti-wash hands guy?
No, no. I'm just like that whole, like, I don't even want to pretend to get back into the washing hands, Matt. Like, no. I was just thinking, like, when you talked about that, I'm like, oh my gosh, no. Like, we had like 4 big bottles of hand sanitizer. Remember?
Well,
like,
look, no. I'm not saying anything crazy like that.
No.
But like, we should wash our hands.
Yes, you should. No,
Yes.
I went to a place of darkness real quick. Like, oh man, that was
spraying down bananas before they entered the house.
Before they entered the house.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
All right, when we get back, more OTB.
Off the bench.
Now I want to tell you about going to All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge, also ToyotaBatonRouge.com. Let me do it, Taylor. You go to the website, and look, they got a great inventory search feature where you can search by make and model. You can do a keyword search, you can like minivan, whatever. Or you do a budget-based search. And what that is representative of is, I think, the service that you get at All-Star Toyota, where we have a great inventory always ready to go. Also, we can custom order you whatever you want as well. But we have a great inventory ready to go, and we find you the answers no matter what the parameters of what you need are. So go to All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge today. Go see them off of Airline Good. Go to All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge.
Yeah, when you go there, always know you've got so many different options. Buying new, leasing, and renting. Every single thing is available. So if you've got a trip coming up here for the new year, go ahead and rent that Toyota today. Call Miss Lisa Sessions in that rental department. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood Subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
At Atmos Energy, our Smart Choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Welcome back to the 9th-ranked morning sports show in America. Off the bench.
Welcome back, y'all. Oh, wait. Hold on, quick. Dude, I know it's a weird day, but do a quick Tears for Fears switch. Give us a quick Tears for Fears. I feel you. Trust me. I know it does not feel like Friday. We're not going to belabor the point. It is time, though, for Ask the Bench, brought to you by Cold Light, Vizzy Hard Seltzer, and Blue Moon Light Sky. So it feels good, guys. Okay, getting back into the swing of things here. Everybody back here. There we go. Feeling good. Feeling good.
I forgot it was Friday.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Ask the Bench, how often do you wash your hands after peeing? Nearly every time. I'll give myself an 85% rate.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes I get it lazy. I'm like the guy from...
It's the one late at night that's,
Oh, yeah, no. That ain't
That's
happening.
the one I'm talking
That ain't
about.
happening. I'm like the guy from Shape of Water. I wash my hands before I go to the bathroom.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I always love that because he's the villain, and like he's basically saying like the world is not worthy of touching him.
Yeah.
But him touching the world, like they're lucky. They're lucky to do so. Hashtag Ask the Bench. What was y'all's favorite Xmas present you got? AirPods and that knife.
My grandma got me some red cowboy boots.
Hell yeah.
I would say this hoodie.
Hell yeah. That is a sweet hoodie.
Do like that hoodie.
Hoodie's badass.
Taylor?
Probably my new headphones.
What?
My new headphones.
Oh, cool. Which one's those?
No. No, these like wireless Bluetooth. Like they're at home.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah, I
too
got
good
some
to bring
new
to work.
Beats, too.
Well, they don't have a cord, so I can't really.
Game Bluetooth?
Not from
In
here, I don't
this?
think.
You can't
No.
I
Bluetooth
have no
this.
idea.
Ask the Bench, favorite type of pasta.
The next one.
Yeah.
Like I know no free shout outs, but ever since I've been buying those Canatella fresh noodles, I made a venison spaghetti with them last night. They're just, and I've heard a couple places do fresh noodles in Baton Rouge, so I'm going to try some others as well, but just like the fresh pasta, I would say.
Best like.
But if like from the store, bucatini noodles. Big,
Best like
thick
type
noodle.
of noodle or favorite pasta dish?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe do it
Favorite
however you
pasta
want.
dish is shrimp and crawfish fettuccine for me. I
Really?
love that. With like the Alfredo cream sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love carbonara.
Carbonara's good.
I love all pasta.
Same.
Brian asked the Bench, would you recommend getting a Peloton type bike? It changed my life.
Love has one.
I don't do it much anymore, but it changed my life for a long time. For a couple of years there. Now, granted, I don't do it a lot anymore, but it was very positive for me. Ask the Bench, who are we rooting for to win the Natty? Alondra.
Texas.
Not Notre Dame. Can I just do that?
I don't really care.
I'm okay with Penn State or Notre Dame. I find Notre Dame to be likable.
No.
I don't know, man.
I just do not want it to be Ohio State.
I know the brand's a little big, although I do think there's something deeply funny if Ryan Day pulls this off.
It would be funny because of how mad everybody is at him, but that fan base and that school is so annoying to me. Like trying to trademark the word "the" is ridiculous.
I just don't want Ryan Day to win because if he wins, we can't make fun
my
of
Ohio
him
State
anymore.
friends, dude. You know Bobby Carpenter.
I'm about to say Bobby, AJ Hawk, Ben Hartsock, all kind of meatheads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ask the Bench, do the Bengals make the playoffs? Probably not.
No.
I hope so, though. As the bench, T-Bob, why'd you pick Baylor? I didn't. I picked LSU.
He
picked Baylor.
No, I didn't.
Baylor.
T-Bear. It's not even true.
Baylor Bear Bob.
Hey, remember, guys,
Trader
All-Star
Bob.
Toyota Baton Rouge,
Now he's Gaslight Bob
allstartoyotabatonrouge.com.
again.
Yeah.
Go there. They'll never gaslight you at All-Star Toyota. They just make sure that you and your family get what you deserve. Ask the bench, T-Bob, what video games are you playing right now? It's been a few months now, man, where I am in a video game hole. And that it's not much. Although I have, I've been playing with my daughter some. The new Astrobot is fantastic, and we are still working through every Lego Harry Potter game, which has been it's very fun to get to play with the kids. But like on my own, nothing except for my NCAA franchise. Play one game a week. Ask the bench, does Jake enjoy being a part of the Low Man Committee? Yeah, I'm the Low Man as well.
Too.
Thank you.
Yeah, T-Bob is now. They didn't put your vote out there publicly, which I thought was a little shameful.
I know. I did my guy Heidenreich.
I did the guy that won it and got a touchdown in the college football playoff. Crow from Boise State. I enjoy being a part just like T-Bob does.
I don't enjoy being a part. They didn't put my vote out publicly. I'm telling you.
More so enjoy being a part of the Meathead Player of the Year committee, which went to Cam Scattaboo. Got a trophy and everything.
Ask the bench, can All-Star Toyota cure my ED? No.
Goodwood can.
Yeah. Actually, they can. They can.
How's that?
If you get in one of those big Tundras, it's a great truck. Other guys are looking at you. They're jealous. That'll get you going.
Yeah, hell yeah.
If it's lifted.
If you are suffering from ED and then other men's jealousy is what breaks that suffering, I think you're more suffering from not fully understanding your sexuality.
Yeah.
So let's all live our truth.
I'm not saying it's me. I'm saying it can happen.
Look, whatever you say.
Whatever,
man,
Taylor.
I love you. Just know that
We
I
love you
support
for
you
who
no
you
matter
are.
what. We love you guys. We'll see you on Monday. More OTB.
Off the bench.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary. For those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys,